Greg, are you a deaf meister?
Right, you
Deaf meister.
Tommy.
I've been.
And TJ has a lightsaber. And I have a katana. Oh, don't let Dean hear the word katana. Have you started training him?
I mean, I guess he's in the basic now.
Oh.
He elevated.
He's in basic training.
He's a basic dog. Basic bitch. There you go.
That's funny.
He's not a female dog, you know.
It's hilarious because the dude there kept calling him a she, and I was like, "It's a boy." He's like, "Oh yeah, she." I'm like, "It's a boy."
Play with Dean. How is Dean? How big is he? Has he gained any weight?
Probably. Jordan just looked at that. We should probably be feeding him 2 pounds instead of 1, so that's kind of annoying.
Yeah, more money. He's a big boy. He needs a lot of food. Baby.
The only thing is, we'll just probably switch from the tubes to the actually going out and buying the food, because when we have to do that, it'll be easier to separate everything that he needs and just add supplements and stuff like that. It'll be cheaper that way.
How about to say, wouldn't it be cheaper just to buy like raw chicken and stuff like that?
Raw chicken, some vegetable, maybe some like sweet potato.
Chop it up and give it to him. Yeah,
and then like I gotta sprinkle some joint supplements and some phosphorus in there, some calcium. You know, give him all them goodies.
THC. Like, all right, you need to chill out tonight, bro.
No, he was dumbass mellow this morning. I think he thinks that we're like abandoning him or something, because like I was playing the game and he never lets me just sit and play the game. Like he'll be running around like a crackhead, bring me stuff. But this morning he was just literally like, he just put his head on my lap and just wanted to be rubbed the whole time. And if I wasn't rubbing him, he'd go under the desk and just look at me.
That's every day for me.
So,
Tenzin story, if you want to jump right into that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, please.
All right, so this motherfucker, they dug a giant hole this time because I didn't get the whole backyard finished yet.
Mm-hmm.
So the spots that aren't covered up so they can't get out, they decided to dig this big ass hole. I go outside, I call for Tyson, and I call for all of them to come in. Tyson and Titan comes in. I was like, fuck. Like Tenzin keep screaming. I don't hear anything. Like fuck. So I throw the two in the kennel. I grab some treats. I go running outside, and I didn't lock the front door. But I run around back. I don't see him anywhere. I'm screaming Tenzin. I call Tamika. I was like, all right, the fucking dog is gone. I don't know where the fuck he is. And then I get a vibration on my phone that the front door opened, and I think maybe just the wind blew it open. So I go run to the house, and Tenzin's just sitting there in the living room with his tail wagging, looking at me.
Where the fuck did he go?
He let himself in. He said,
yes, I was like, oh, where the fuck did you go? And I kept thinking, was he in the house? I just didn't see him. I kept thinking that. I was like, no, he had to come back and open the door and just come in. I was like, so when I went around one side of the house, he had to come around and go in on the other side of the house.
That's hilarious. This man was living in one of those. You remember those old cartoons where the animal gets out and they always come back before the owner gets to notice? He just pulled one of them.
Yeah, Tamika said that. She's like, you always said if he gets out, he'll come right back. I was like, because he does that. He's always up under you all the time. So I figured that he ever got out, he'd come right back. And sure enough,
your dog's not built for the streets.
He came right back. He opened the door and everything, went right in the house.
That's hilarious. I love it.
Well, and then I had the treats in my hand, so he's looking at me like, yo, give me a treat. I'm like, no, nigga, no.
You gotta treat him if he came back. That's a good.
It is a good thing. You do.
No. You escaping is not a good thing, so you don't get a treat.
You're not treating them for escaping. You're treating them for coming back. It's like the people who are teaching us. They're like, if your dog ever runs away from you, like, and doesn't listen, but then you tell it to come and it comes, don't punish it. Reward it because it came when you told it to. Now, if you have to go get it, that's a different story. I was like, that makes sense.
Because
it makes sense.
So Dean only gets his ass whooped when I tell him to come here and he runs.
Dean's not running from you. Dean is always up under you guys. Same way Tenzin.
He shit on the carpet the other day and he ran.
Oh yeah, when he does something wrong, of course he's running.
he did it and I think he was trying to tell me that he had to shit or go to the bathroom because he shit earlier and he pissed like literally like 20 minutes before then. I hadn't even fed him yet, and then literally he's sitting by the door again and I'm like, what the hell? And I'm washing dishes and he starts sitting by the screen door and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? You don't sit there. And then I hear him like walking around and then I hear him stop walking and I'm like, I don't hear him chewing on anything. and you're not walking, so you're up to something because you don't just lay down. Like I told you, dogs on crackhead energy all the time. So I literally take 2 steps and I see his head poking out of the office door and his ears back. I'm like, you're either pissing or shitting. And I look him face up and he's squatting. And I'm like, And then I see his tail just raise. He shit so quick. He's like, I literally scared the shit out of him. And then he booked it because he knew he was going to get it. He ran into the room with Jordan and jumped on the bed and tried to hide under her. And she was like, oh my God, what the fuck did he just do?
My 1.5-year-old yesterday, because I think it's because Chris hasn't really been here. You know, she's been here, so she's like usually here and she plays with him. Well, first of all, his dick got stuck out on Friday. So
it got stuck out? Like he couldn't retract it?
Yes, he couldn't retract it. So
how do you know?
I was at work and Chris was here. And he was fucking his fuck blanket and couldn't get his dick to go back inside. So she called me panicking.
If a hard don't last for more than 4 hours.
Exactly what happened.
Please seek medical attention.
She called me panicking and I had to Google it. And apparently you have to rub sugar paste onto the penis to help with the swelling.
I'm not touching it.
She's like, I don't
have to rub sugar paste on your dog's dick.
And what is sugar paste?
It's sugar and water. It's just sugar and water, but you make it kind of pasty. So I'm like, you have to help him. And I'm looking at them like on the security camera. He looks so sad and doesn't know what to do. And it's out. And it's not even like kinda out. It's like out. And I'm like, you have to help him. You have to help him. She said, I don't want to touch it. I said, it's gloves in the drawer. Just use the gloves. You have to help him. So, but by the time she had made the sugar paste, it started going down. But they said, even if it's like the swelling stops, put some lubricant around it to help because it could be like dry. So I was like, you have to go get the Just Like Me and put some Just Like Me around it so it can.
Oh God, you lubing it.
Go back in.
You lubing it up.
You are having too much fun with this.
No, I Googled it and that's what it says. It says put the sugar paste on it. It says liquid will leak from it because of the sugar paste, but just do that. And once the swelling has gone down, when you start to see it retract, it says put an ice pack on it to help with the swelling as well. And then once you see it start to retract, to put some lubrication on it to help. They said use olive oil or KY jelly or coconut oil. Any of those will work. But the first thing when I saw KY jelly, I was like, use the Just Like Me. Obviously, I was at work in a panic. I was like, just put a there so it'll help. Like it'll help.
That's the funniest shit I've ever heard.
All right, I'm gonna let Greg. I'll let Greg bring us in, and then I have an embarrassing story.
Oh wait, but then he shit. Then he shit in his crate yesterday, and to hide it, he had his fuck blanket was next to the crate, so he pulled the fuck blanket into the crate and then tore pieces off to cover up the shit. Like I would not smell it.
Oh yeah. They do that too. They'll shit in their kennel and then put cause they have like bedding. They'll put the bedding right over top of it. They'll hide it.
I'm like, I can.
They know they fucked up.
Mm-hmm. You can smell it. I'll come downstairs like, yo, it smells like shit down here. Like, we know what shit smells like, guys. Come on now.
No, they talk among each other. Yo, their nose isn't as good as us. We got this. We got it.
They can't smell like us.
We cover it. They can't smell it. But yes, my little poor baby had an erection that would not go away.
It lasted for more than 4 hours.
He must feel lightheaded.
It looked like he was about to pass out. I said, don't let him pass out.
My nigga was about to die through, I don't know. That's crazy.
Yo, my homeboy texted me this morning to hang out. He texts us all in the group chat. He's like, yo, can we link up so we gotta get stuff for the academy? We got all the stuff. He didn't. He's like, y'all can help me go grab stuff for the academy. And I didn't have my phone all morning. I just saw it and I texted him. I was like, hey man, I'm just seeing this. I'm sorry, we ain't shit. He just texted me. He said, I know first track to recovery is to admit your problem. Nobody texted him back.
We all get outlines. This looks tough.
Ooh, I don't want y'all to have outlines. I want to be special. But I think
gender equality here. That's what we need.
Superpower equality.
You guys on Instagram, this page got suggested to me, and it's 2 girls and a guy talking about anime shit, and I was like, they want to be like us so bad.
So they start before or after us.
It's somebody that's in Baltimore that does it already. I've seen them. They used to, before everything shut down, they used to do like live shows and stuff like that all around Baltimore. I forgot what it's called. but it's not Be More Nerdy, so we don't need to mention them.
Exactly. Oh, I kind of like you guys getting the outline, but then I don't want you guys to have it. I like it better with just me. Definitely being selfish.
Yep.
I want my Deku outline. That's what I want.
You want to go 100%?
Yeah, 100% smash.
1,000,000%. All right. What's up, everybody, with the Be More Nerdy podcast? Welcome to episode 30-something, because I gotta recount episodes. Oh, Diva, can you start uploading episodes with the episode number, then the title? Because, like, it's really hard to say, yo, go watch episode 8. Which one's that? That's a great question.
Fucking fine. My titles are creative.
Yo. But, welcome back. We just kind of already went through the segment where we kind of give our weeks. Kind of. Just a fun part.
We got more.
Nope, that was just
dog stories.
Call those the dog days. All right, but welcome back. It's another Sunday. We're here. We're not necessarily queer. Benta is, but you know, we're happy. I'm happy.
We're gay. Gay means happy people. Look it up.
So, this week had a fuck ton of news, everybody, but let's get first into, I'm your host, Galaxy Greg, and with me on my co-host today, Diva XOXO.
What it is, little dummies?
And DJ Chi Jones.
What's going on, everybody?
Awesome. So, with that, let's get into our weeks. Who would like to start?
You start. You never start.
I never start. My week, I got to be a little assertive at work.
Ooh.
So, I have, you know the type of flooring that's in Towson Square Mall?
No.
I
Towson
said Towson Square. Towson, like how it is in Towson. Like that, it looks like it's made of stone. It's really glossy.
Like I have in the house?
I hate Towson Mall.
No, because what you have is tiled. I'm talking about terrazzo. You can look it up.
Oh, I know what terrazzo is. Why did you just say terrazzo?
Because TJ doesn't know what terrazzo is.
How do you know I don't know what that is?
Do you know what that is?
Yes, I do.
How? What? Okay, whatever.
What
Good
do
for
you mean how?
Whatever. Good for you. So terrazzo.
You know, in high school I did architecture.
He built a house.
I did architecture. I learned CAD, all that stuff. Build a house.
Yeah, I did too, but guess what? I didn't know what fucking terrazzo was.
So we knew we had to learn with different stuff. It's in CAD programs where you could put different kind of material and stuff. So you end up learning different material. Well, I know terrazzo's not in there, but like you learn stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So we're working with terrazzo this
play
week.
Me.
LMAO. We're working with terrazzo this week. Our schedule's getting down to the wire. We have to be done basically by the end of February so that we can close out everything by March. And my terrazzo guys, I gave them a schedule, told them they have to be done by this day in this area, done by this day in this area, and blah, blah, blah. Talked to their boss like 3 times. He said, yeah, we'll be done. Cool. I said, you might want to supplement some workers. Get them in here, because otherwise there will be repercussions. No, we got it. Friday hits. They aren't going to be done the area I need done by Monday, and we got to send mean emails. So I basically got to tell them, the area that I need done is not going to be done. Some of it is, but not all of it. Like I said, I needed it to be. So since that is happening, you guys are now behind schedule. If you don't pick it up, for starters, you have to bring extra work on this weekend. You have to work this weekend, and you guys have to stay late Monday to catch back up to your schedule. And if you're not completed entirely both areas, because there's another large area that they have to do by the end of the week this week, then the work will be not supplemented, but you'll be back charged for this big ass generator that we have to power all their stuff. And they'll have to pay for the rental, and it's like $1,000 a week. So I got to send mean emails. I wrote my New Year's resolutions out, and one of them was to be a little bit more assertive, because I feel like I'm very passive in a lot of ways, because I'm really mellow and shit doesn't really get to me. But at the same time, at work, I need to be able to, turn that on and yell at someone if need be. So I'm working on that. Not necessarily yelling, but asserting authoritative dominance.
I tell them at work all the time, like, look, I'm real chill. But it becomes a line. If someone crosses, I gotta put them in their place.
So, lots of work being done this week. Got to show up in front of some of my bosses. getting a lot more responsibilities as we get down the wire. Got some recognition, so that's always nice. Got a raise this year.
Did you? Did anybody come at you be like, yo, shut your young ass up?
No one does that.
You don't get any of that from people that's been on the job for years and you're above them telling them what to do?
No, because they know that's the game essentially. Young dudes come in, just like how you get an apprentice. You have an apprentice, you teach them, they might show you something new, and y'all move on. I'm young, I come into the game, I have probably a degree, and I'm learning. So I make that very well understood. I'm still learning, but I still do know some shit. Like, don't dismiss it. And there's been times where my ideas have been put to the wayside and we ended up doing them, and I was like, see if you just listen to me. But as long as you come respectful, people come respectful to you. That's what I've kind of learned. Unless they're like racist dickheads, then they don't really give a shit.
Nigger.
How's everybody else's week? Oh, went to Top Golf with the boys. Almost broke my speed record in my car, allegedly.
How was Top Golf? I always wanted to go, never been.
It's really cool. It's like
doing COVID too, because you're like spaced out, because it's like you're in your little section with your little people.
Yeah, there's plastic in between everyone. You have to keep your mask on the whole time, so it's nice, unless you're eating. But it was really cool. I felt like one of the Top Golf chicks. We had a white server. She was trying to basically flirt with one of my friends after she heard that me and him like eating ass. So that was hilarious. Like, he was enjoying his chicken sandwich and she came out into the conversation out of nowhere and was just like, hey, so yeah, I was sleeping on the chicken sandwich forever. It's great, right? And then just started a conversation. I was just thinking, you have a job to do. Why are you over here? But she did help us out. I gave her a nice tip. She got
dick.
Yeah, she gave us a fuck ton of drinks.
I was about to say, try and get some dick and try and get an extra tip. Both tips. That's what she's trying to get.
She's trying to get double tipped on a Friday afternoon. But yeah, no, I got to go really fast because with all the shit that we're going to talk about happening in DC, there are basically no cops in Germantown. So, or on my way to Germantown, because that's where the Top Golf is. I was gunning it, allegedly. I got to race I think it was a Charger. I'm not sure what kind of Dodge it was, but it was fast.
Challenger?
I don't know what it was. It was a Challenger or Charger. I don't know. It was fast.
Well, Chargers are 4 doors. Challengers are 2. Did you count the
doors?
doors?
4.
All right, Charger.
Too many doors.
He was fast, man. But he also got a little bit of a head start.
It's probably SRT.
Probably. Yeah. I had fun. That was one of my first times going out with the boys, learning some more stuff about stocks that I wish they told me about, because I would have made some bread this weekend.
I need to get the fuck out the house. Jesus.
No, Mr. COVID, stay in.
I know, I haven't been anywhere, and it's very annoying.
You went to the gun range last week.
Yeah. That was weeks ago.
2 weeks. 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I need to go out somewhere and have fun. It was like a movie we were watching. They were in the club. I was like, oh my god, I miss it.
Oh, Dean has a prong collar now, so that's fun.
Does he?
Mm-hmm.
You choking the fuck out your dog?
No.
I'm calling Peter.
It doesn't hurt. I tried it on.
You tried it on?
Now
I got a bark collar here. You want to try that on for me so you can tell me how that feels?
Fuck no. So the prong collar, I was really nervous about it at first, because the first time because you put it on and it's not on tight. They got a space. So the best way I could describe it, I thought it would be more like a stabbing pain, like a really sharp bite, but it feels like, you know how when you were doing something wrong, your mom would just yoke you up real quick, like snatch you up and like let you go. It feels like that, except for a dog around their neck, like how their mom would when they were a puppy. Because that's a part of the training so that you can get easier corrections out of them. And at first, he yelped kind of loud, but like the first 2 times, because he wasn't used to it. But literally after the first 2 times, he never yelped again. He just took the correction and did it right. So I know it doesn't hurt him, because I also put it on my arm and like pulled it really hard. And like as hard as I can and as hard as I was doing it to him, it does not feel like anything more than like someone grabbing my arm.
Okay,
like,
I was going to ask you and Jordan try it out.
Gotta correct your woman, man. No, I'm kidding. We love women here.
How was your week, TJ?
It was good. I was on quarantine most of the week. I should have been on quarantine on Monday, but you know how people work. businesses work because it works stupid. We got a text actually from one of my homegirls that worked there. She texted me on Saturday night. Was like, "Hey, did you get a call from Sergeant?" I'm not gonna say any names. Sergeant, and I was like, "No, why?" She was like, "So one of our classmates tested positive for COVID, and so they asked for everybody's number, and they're gonna call everybody and stuff." Didn't get a call from anybody. Didn't get a call from anybody. Didn't get contacted by anybody. Got to work on Monday, and no one heard anything except for 3 people. The two chicks got called, and then me because the one girl texted me asking me. So no one knew anything. And then while we were there at work, we got calls to to go home. I was like, so why didn't y'all contact us over the weekend?
Right.
No one's trying to work over the weekend, TJ.
Yeah, that's probably what happened. No one wanted to do work over the weekend, and then they contacted us all Monday. It was like, hey, you guys got quarantined. So
look, you're getting paid to sit at home.
Yeah, so we went home and sat at home. Then they cleared us to come back on Friday.
Is that why you've been sending me so many more videos this week?
Yeah, I've been doing nothing.
I'm like, what the fuck is he doing at work?
Nothing. Not a goddamn thing.
He's not at work.
Not at work. I'm sitting at home. That's how Tenzin got out. I was at home.
Wow, it's crazy that the times that you're home, Tenzin gets out. That's to be the opposite.
Yes. So, that was my week. Went completely raw vegan, like I said we were.
You doing that forever, or just for a little bit?
Just for a little bit. I don't know how long I'm gonna do it. I'll see how long. Last time I did it, we did it for I think 6 months.
It's a long time.
I'm tired of you putting salads in the chat.
Yeah, lost a lot of weight. I'm just trying to show you guys that there's different ways to eat than the poisonous shit that black people eat. Thank you.
He says as Greg eats a chocolate cookie.
he says as his sister put right in the chat, deviled eggs, tuna deviled eggs. Like, come on now.
I don't even eat that. So,
huh? Deviled eggs are high in cholesterol.
Damn, black people love them.
Yeah, they're horrible for people who got heart problems, especially since heart problems run rampant in the black community.
Ooh. I saw the cardiologist this week.
You said what?
Saw my cardiologist.
Did you? How you doing?
Without his mom.
Oh, I know, right? I did it as a big boy.
Big boy pants.
She said it in the meeting today, and I was like, wow, she really played him.
I know, right? But no, yeah, he said my heart sounds really healthy, still strong.
You need to lose weight.
I mean, he didn't tell me that, but he said you should try. He said you're cool. He said you're cool. Your heart's pumping effectively. No clots, no blockages. None of that. He said every time I go, they tell me the same thing. I have a strong heart. Losing weight will just make it stronger.
They say it nicely.
No, because my doctor, when I first went after getting surgery, I gained like 50 pounds because like I lost 30, then gained the weight back plus another 50. So, she was like, "Yeah, you need to lose weight." She just said it, but he's been nice. He's like, he's like, "What's your activity level?" I'm like, "Moderate. Getting back and working out now." He's like, "Okay, well, just keep at it and lose some weight. It's fine." But he told me don't eat too many processed foods and don't drink too many.
Didn't I just say that?
The same shit you tell me.
I tell you that shit all the time.
But are you a medical professional?
No, I'm not a medical professional. I'm just saying.
I'll give you a flowers.
People don't. Yeah, people. I try. I'm gonna keep saying it to the day I die. I'm gonna keep trying to inform people and just tell them like, yo, just eat better. Just eat better. Just eat better. No matter how many times you guys don't listen to me. No matter how many times I tell you guys, and then you'll ask me like months later, hey, what should I do to lose weight? And I told you guys, Jordan. Almost every time I see her.
Talk to her. Don't talk to me. Talk to Jordan because I've had the conversation. I do the same shit. I'm in the same boat.
I talked to Jordan like I was at least like every other time we link up, and she'll ask me something about losing weight, and I'll tell her, she's like, "Oh, I ain't doing that." I'm like, so why you keep asking me?
I hate when people do that. I hate when people say, "Yo," because like people do that with D, and they're like, "How do you get them that? Just listen to you and like stop playing when you tell them to go." And I'm like, I do this, and this, and I tell them this, and I teach them this way, and they're like, "Oh, that's too much. I'm not doing that." Like, then why did you ask?
I'm telling you, I told Jordan this last time we was at the bowling alley. I was like, she asked me, and I was like, "Yo, go raw vegan." That's the way I lost like most of my weight is doing that. Like, you will drop weight so quick.
Nigga, you were doing that and then running 10 miles every day. I remember I ran 3 with you after you ran 7.
Yep. Yeah, I did run 7. I ran 6.
That man ran 7 miles, ran to the track, met me there. We ran 3, and then
I walked to the track. Yeah, because the track was by my house, so I only ran 6. I ran 6 after work, and then I met up with Greg. I drove home, and then walked to the track from my house, and then ran there.
It's less than a mile. It doesn't take long to get there.
Yeah. So I walked to the track, and then I need to get back on that level, just working out nonstop. That's what I have to do.
I found
a movie. I heard.
I got a story.
Marvel movie.
I have a story.
Oh,
Benton, does the grip thing come in sizes?
What grip thing? Oh no.
That's the only size. Well, your boy ripped it.
What are we talking about here?
I don't know.
My cousin.
I don't know if it's supposed to be a bigger size. I have an embarrassing story to tell. It's supposed to be a bigger size, but we.
What are we talking about? Wait a minute. What the fuck are we talking about here?
We tried it. We tried it out. We used it, and it ripped.
What are you talking about? You used.
You want to know even funnier story? Your mom has one.
Does she?
The grips. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm lost.
It's something I gave them for Christmas, Gregory.
Oh, the grip stickity.
I'll post it in the group chat so you can see what it is. But
cool.
Yeah, that's crazy. Go you.
I was like, this week was like, she's kind of small. Like, yeah, it's supposed to, but no, it's
like a little bit harder meat, man.
Stretched a little bit too far.
That's fun.
I remember the first time I put on a Trojan condom.
You say you put on a Trojan? My what's the name? And I always say my story that I'm gonna take to my grave. I'm gonna tell everybody. I pulled out a Nuva ring with my penis.
That's hilarious.
That's funny.
It came out on it.
What happened?
I went in there and I fished that motherfucker out.
Yeah,
I got it.
I wasn't playing on it, but it came out on there.
Call him the fisherman because he's going.
So my week was absolutely crazy. I had, I'm now officially on 3 projects, and so I'm busy as hell. But I like it. It's like good busy. Like I have things to do when I get to work. They fuss at me for being too productive, which is, I guess, a good thing. They tell me to stop.
Slow that shit down.
They was like, why you?
Is your pay different there?
No.
Okay.
Technically, yes, because I'm in a different state and Florida doesn't have state tax, but also no.
Oh, because like they do that with like technicians. Cause I worked in the auto industry for a long time. Like so, most dealerships get paid in piecework, so they get paid by the car they do. And then when they go to like corporate gigs, like working for the state, fixing cars or something like that, some people go to MTA where they get paid hourly. They still got that mindset. Let's work fast. So they work fast like crazy, and then everybody else like, yo, you need to slow the fuck down. We get paid hourly, so you need to make your job last.
That's crazy that you say that. That would make me so mad. Rather than get the job done fast, you're taking your sweet ass time.
Yep.
Well, that's what they were saying because like the way it works is like, especially during the holiday season, nobody is in the office, so everything is slow until everybody comes back, and like this is the week where everybody's like answering the emails that they missed and stuff like that. So it's like work for us is technically slow because we don't get any new stuff, but whatever we're backed up on, this is the time to like work on it. So I was like knocking shit out, but then they were like, yeah, slow the fuck down because we gotta make this last until they give us more stuff. And
no, like, you can come into work and do not jack shit.
Oh, I do that sometimes. Most days I stop working at 3:30, and from 3:30 till 5:30, I'm just running my mouth. So, yeah.
Every day at work, I go in the hospital at approximately 6:30 and take a shit.
Well, I take a shit at about 11:30 after my second cup of coffee.
That'll get it going.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna start drinking black coffee again.
So, Greg, I put it in the group chat. I put it in the chat for the
grip sticky.
Black coffee, baby.
Then we had a meeting this week because of, I know we're going to get into it later, so I won't go into crazy detail, but it was funny because we were in a meeting when everything started going down, but we took it from like our desk. So I was like working and in a meeting. So on one screen, I had up work. I was quote unquote listening to a meeting. And then we had, had CNN on my other screen. Watching
sex store.
So then my girlfriend came down. So my girlfriend's here, which is stupid because I haven't really seen her the whole time she's been here because she's been doing freaky stuff because her probate was yesterday. And yeah, now was my weekend. And hopefully I can get some more sex before she leaves tomorrow.
It's always good.
That's suckle yang.
Yeah, so as long as we're having sex, I don't care what you do. Like, just have sex with me and then leave. I don't care how you fit it in. Just fit in the sex.
Woo! I love the way you think.
Grip stickity. That's my word of the month now. Grip stickity. Grip stickity.
Okay.
All right. Everybody's had a pretty interesting week. I like that. Diva, when are you coming back? Because I definitely have stuff for your dog.
I told you I wasn't coming.
You said you were coming back in January.
I am no longer coming in January because I haven't found a place where I felt comfortable leaving Kill, and I don't have a babysitter, so I'm not coming
back up, pussy.
Yeah, drive up.
Huh? By myself?
Yeah.
Let Kill take the wheel.
He's going to gun it. He's gonna get the zoomies on the road.
Drive up. That's what you should have did. Had Chris come down, then y'all could drive up together.
Yeah.
So these treats that I get them, not the trachea cookies, but I got an actual beef trachea. They sell those. It's way cheaper. It's how much? It's like $5 for a really long one. Cows got throat. What the fuck?
Throat baby
are long as hell.
Throat baby.
Throat baby. Yeah.
We usually get the ones. We usually get duck ones. They like the duck necks, and they eat those.
So I gave them. So the lady was like, she gave me some advice. She was like, yeah, I usually break it up into 4 different pieces and stuff with either Greek yogurt or peanut butter and freeze it. Yo, I did that this morning. This nigga, we called for him to come. It took like 3 tries because he wasn't ignoring us. He was trying to figure out how he was going to take this trachea to us because he can't necessarily grip it because it's stuffed, and he usually like grips it by like the hole. So like, and when he like tries to grip it with all of his mouth, he tries to lick the peanut butter at the same time, so he just drops it. So he just bops in with the beef trachea, throws it down, and then just starts eating it again. I'm like, okay. He's like, I need to listen, but I can't give up this food.
Like, what do you want? I'm eating.
That's exactly what happened. I tried to touch it. He picked it up and booked it. It was adorable. All right, let's get into that BNN. But first, I didn't make a BNN because I had another acronym I wanted to share with y'all that I just figured out. Hey, yo, I can't believe that's a message this nigga sent me. Sorry, I was opening my notes and I got a interesting message I'll tell you guys about off air. So the reason I didn't do a BNN this week is because I had a couple conversations with my friends in a toxic male group chat, and it was hilarious. And we talked about the friend zone. And I was like, damn, it's really crazy that girls, when they put you in the friend zone, they want to be your best friend. I was like, damn. And then it hit me. That BFF just means you're built for the friend zone. And yeah. And it just made that. Then I went down the rabbit hole of thoughts about the friend zone. And like, one of my coworkers was like, yo, the friend zone don't exist. It was a chick. And me and this other coworker just looked at each other and just started laughing. She's like, what's so funny? We're like, you think the friend zone doesn't exist? She's like, I know it doesn't. It's not a real thing. I was like, huh. So you just haven't been in it yet, or you don't know that you're putting people in it.
Yeah, they're putting people in it, don't know it.
Nope.
Don't even know it.
Don't even realize the crimes you're committing against humanity.
Right.
It's okay. We informed her. She didn't believe us. Then I just left it alone. I was like, all right, I'm going to go do work now, because I was kind of tired of trying to explain something simple. So let's get into this BNN. First thing on the news docket, the thing we all want to talk about. white people are white peopling again and protesting for the missed votes in DC and getting into fights with Washington DC police and Secret Service officer. With Z.
Can we talk about how? All right, so look, this is how I explain this because one of my project architect, she's Venezuelan, like she's from Venezuela. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, this is an embarrassment. Okay, so to the outside world, either like to underdeveloped nations who do have coups and things like this regularly, we look like bitches because this is a bullshit coup. And into the developed world where this doesn't happen, we look insane.
Also, everyone just thinks we look crazy for different reasons. Got it.
Right, we just look crazy.
I've been seeing a lot of memes about that one chick that got shot and the dude that fell. And I do not feel bad for laughing because all those people, they're not bad people, but they weren't good people either. Like,
they're fucking idiots.
No, they're pieces of shit. They are bad people.
They are bad people.
I don't know them to say that.
Right. We can see from their views that they're bad people.
You can see I feel like you can see from their actions that they're bad people.
I think they're stupid people, indefinitely. Because that chick going into the window with a Trump flag on her fucking back while someone's aiming a gun at you, that's fucking stupid. Right. I can tell that you make a lot of stupid decisions in your life.
She had every right to be shot. Because
every right to be shot. I think he had every right to shoot her.
She did.
She had every right to shoot her. She was trespassing at a government facility. You will be shot.
No, I'm with you. No, let that have been black people's. The ARs would have been out.
We would not have made it that far.
We got mowed down the streets, dog.
I say, let that be a Muslim person. We would have invaded Iraq again. We would have bombed them the next day.
What are we gonna do? Invade Europe?
It's absolutely crazy.
Europe don't want nothing to do with y'all crazy white people either.
Yeah, that's
send
funny.
them back to Europe. Can we do that? Can we send them back to Europe?
There was a TikTok thing where they were like, yo, send them back to Europe. And then it was like, on behalf of the Brits, we do not want these white people. Keep them, please. And like every European country was going through like, on behalf of, we do not want their ass.
Send them back to where they came from.
Like how... I look at them as bad people because they're doing something bad and they know what they're doing. Like you say, okay, that was just a bad action, but that's how you look at us. If we do something wrong, we are criminals for the rest of our lives.
Those niggas are criminals, thugs, and terrorists.
Yes, I'm keeping that same energy. Let me tell you a story. My coworker texted me, was like, yo, they doing a police code, was it 1035, which is a major disturbance down in DC. That she texted me, and I texted her back. I was like, no, they doing a 1080. She said, that's not terrorism. I said, no, that is terrorism. They doing a 1080.
It is terrorism. They are, while they are completely conscious that Congress and the House of Representatives are in session, in a joint session, you have chosen to storm the building. That is an act of terrorism. I don't see any way else to, oh no, we're just disgruntled protesters. We want to tell them what we think. That is why the system is set up the way it is. You tell your representative what you think, your representative makes a difference. Not you go to DC while they're talking about something.
Kick their shit in.
And their shit in. They're just so hypocritical because these are the same people that when black people were marching, black people were doing stuff, they say, oh, these people don't got no jobs. They're marching and they're protesting every day. They need to be at home working. They don't have no kind of jobs. The same exact people. And they're just so hypocritical. And then they break into a federal building, and Trump even tweeted that people that break into federal buildings should be locked up when all that stuff was happening in Portland and stuff like that. So lock them all up.
Lock them all up. But I posted this today. There were 316 people arrested in DC over the summer. There were 58 people arrested.
We need to get our numbers up. We're not making quotas. I need 6 times more white people arrested right now.
I meant you to see all the Patrick St. Cloud shit. That nigga is hilarious. I love his stuff. And he was talking about how he made like a whole skit that like, hey, they're rioting in DC. We need to go do something. It was like supposed to be like police, and then they just went to go check like their riot gear, and it was like, damn, we used all our riot gear on the black people.
No, the thing that made me mad about it was the fact that like when people are peacefully protesting in the park, our president, or y'all president, I don't know who the fuck, tear gas, beat all these people just to take a photo op.
Rubber bullet.
Upside down Bible. But when people are literally breaking into your shit, you don't do anything about it. You just let it go because, you know, you don't like black people. And that's been proven actually in a lot of ways with Trump and his administration. But that's just, it's just upsetting. Like, I'm not going to say I expected more because I didn't. But at the same time, it's like, y'all white people are really showing y'all ass. And I just hope y'all know that this isn't one of those situations where you show your ass and then the next day you're like, that wasn't really us. Because no, this was. We have you on camera.
Same thing with that white lady trying to beat up the little 14-year-old boy. I don't know if y'all saw that one.
Oh, I saw that. She tackled him for
herself.
She thought he had her phone.
Yeah.
But she only singled him out and tackled him.
And then Gayle King, here come Gayle King. I don't know why Gayle did an interview with her, but Gayle did an interview with her to get her side of the story, and she just tried to make herself seem like the victim. I hate when people play the victim. She's like, well, I was alone in New York City, and I lost the only thing I had to contact me to other people. And Gayle was like, so did you stop anybody else? She's like, no, I just stopped the first person I saw leaving out, and I thought it was them. I was like,
and then she was like, but there were other people leaving out. Why'd you specifically pick this boy? She's like, he just looks suspicious. What does that mean? Because
he's black.
Yeah.
And that was the thing. It was like, why didn't they? And then the hotel, with that, like the hotel
was on her side,
showing your phone, and I was like, all you had to do, sir, was say, "Ma'am, what's your phone number?"
Let me call it real quick. Where's the Find My iPhone? I got you.
Fuck that. I ain't gotta show you shit. Just show us the phone. I don't have to show you a goddamn thing.
I don't have to do a damn thing. I don't have to
I'll show you these nuts when I drag them.
I kept on fucking walking. I would have stiff armed that white bitch so quick.
He didn't whip her ass. He was throwing her around. And like that's what she tried to say in the interview. I was actually assaulted during this, and then she was like, but didn't you assault this young man?
Yeah, so you were the aggressor.
No. She did this. She tried to flip it. She was like, I assaulted him verbally, but I didn't really do anything else. And then they replayed the video of her tackling this child into a wall. I'm like, wow.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely crazy. And the father, I don't know, he's too nice because you're not putting your hands on my kid.
He threw around a little bit, threw on the ground.
Yeah, you're not putting your hands on my kid at all. I don't care. I'm alone in New York. I'm a scared white girl in New York. That's the story they always play.
Around the blacks.
Time to go with.
Yep.
All right. Oh, so Diva, do you remember Mr. Marinelli from Poly?
I did not have him, but I know who you were talking about.
Yo, friend him on Facebook. He is the funniest guy ever. He tells corny jokes every day, but he's super political, and he's been going in on Trump people. I have officially made a folder on Facebook called Mr. Marinelli's Greatest Hits.
I've been on Facebook way too long. You can make folders?
Yeah, you can fix it. So look. Here's what the post made. It was a dude. It was one of the dudes that died at the riots, and I'm gonna explain why this is funny as shit. He's holding two like ARs up in front of his thin ass Christmas tree with hella ammo out. And Mr. Marinelli says, and I quote, "This ammo-sexual is the late Kevin Greason from Athens, Alabama."
I shared it because I saw that.
Yeah, Kevin died in a terrorist attack on the U.S. Capitol after accidentally tasering himself in his own testicles and triggering a fatal heart attack. There are still 357 days left in the year, but it's hard to see how anyone can beat Kevin in this year's Darwin Awards. And then he commented on his own shit because people were like commenting, making jokes. He's like, I guess he really wanted to be a part of the coup de taint. Mr. Marinelli is fucking hilarious. Shout out to you, Mr. Marinelli, if you ever listen. Love you.
So I have to read my favorite one from Sharice. One of my slight favorites is we clearly didn't win Jumanji. That was a good one. Where is my favorite? From my friend Sharice. Gotta give her a shout out. She said, there wasn't enough black-eyed peas and greens on earth to prepare us for what transpired today. Will these people be prosecuted? What's next? Find out next week on Dragon Ball Z.
Let's go.
And she was on it all day. Like I had to text her and say, put your phone down. Because she was in.
It was so many, it was absolutely ridiculous. So many cops running away from them, just saying, get back, and not doing anything, just running away from them.
Lit shit up.
I
feared for my life.
I literally text my homeboys.
I feared for my life.
I text all my homeboys, and I'll group chat that text message that's going to the academy with me. I say, yo, if any of this shit ever pop off, put your foot in someone's ass. Do not run away from them.
Stop resisting.
Yeah.
I didn't hear not one stop resisting.
Yeah, that would have been happening. Then they opened the gates and let them go in there. I saw that video too. They moved the gates and just let them come up. No.
Yeah, they were waving them in. Not like you moved the gates. I'm scared. No, you were like, come on, man, come in.
It was crazy. And then they didn't arrest them as they left. Like, I don't understand why people weren't just getting put in handcuffs while they left. No, they all went home and got arrested in their respective states. Like, what the fuck?
Yep, just like Kyle Rittenhouse.
That makes no sense.
Just like Kyle Rittenhouse, they're selling his merch now. They have free.
Wait, isn't that the dude that raped that chick?
No. That's Brock Turner.
Brock Turner, you're right.
Kyle Rittenhouse is the one that went to, I forgot what, Wisconsin and was shooting people.
Oh, fuck that kid.
Yeah.
Oh, the little white boy.
Yeah. That was allowed to go home after shooting people. Walk by the cops with his hands up with his gun after he shot people.
Told how many people he shot.
Yep.
Three of them things.
And then he went home and then got arrested later.
He wouldn't have got arrested. I'm telling you now, if social media wasn't a thing, he wouldn't have got arrested.
Nope. A lot of them wouldn't.
Nothing would get done. World's a crazy place. Fix it, white people. Don't be a part of the problem. Be above it and be an ally.
Better news. A black man and a Jewish man have turned Georgia Democratic. Georgia's now blue. Yep. Welcome, Georgia. Welcome,
Georgia. Yay, Georgia.
And now the Democrats have the majority in both the House and in the Senate. So
let's see if things start getting passed.
Yeah, let's see if they do something.
That don't mean shit unless stuff's getting passed.
Yep.
Y'all gonna give me my extra 1,400 STEMI?
Where's my 14 STEMI?
Wait. And let's not pass the people that's in Trump, that was in Trump camp forever, sucking his balls forever. And then as soon as this shit went down, I was like, hey, Trump's a bad guy. He's such a bad guy. You not understand how much
you talk about people leaving the administration. I'm like, why are you leaving now? You got 2 weeks. You got 2 weeks of work left.
The only reason. I'm gonna play devil's advocate here. You work for the president who's got his fingers and toes in everyone's Kool-Aid, especially in the big business market. You're not going to get a good job at this point. So I feel like they were just trying to secure those jobs away from him and be like, yo, no matter what he does, give me a job.
Yeah,
and now that they finally got it, now that he's, on sinking with the ship, yeah, they flip it because it's like, I can't flip on this nigga because he will fuck my life.
Yeah, but now he doesn't have. And my thing is like if you were watching the news during, which I was, like, he didn't want to call in the National Guard. And fun thing that I learned about DC is not allowed to call in its own National Guard. The only person who can call in the National Guard for DC, so like the mayor of DC can't call in the National Guard like let's say the governor of Maryland could. So if something happened in Baltimore, the governor of Maryland can say, hey, we want our National Guard to come in, like, you need to come in and handle this or do this or whatever. No, the only person who can call in DC's National Guard is the president, and he would not do it for the longest amount of time. I didn't know that, because I was like, why didn't? Because I was like, I know their mayor gonna call in the National Guard. She not gonna play with y'all. But I didn't know that she did not have the power to, and that is because DC isn't a state.
Yep.
So even though it's treated like a state in a lot of situations as far as taxes, especially taxes, and
that's really how the Civil War.
But they don't have any type of representation or really power as a state. So that's one of the reasons. I know a lot of people question, like, where's the National Guard? Where's the National Guard? That's one of the reasons why it wasn't called, because Trump didn't call him, or didn't want to call him. That person did. He did, but by the time he called them, of course, you have to take time to mobilize. So, yeah.
I got 2 points I want to talk about. I want to talk about how Ted Cruz is such a bitch.
Who?
Ted Cruz is the biggest bitch in the fucking world.
Talk about him.
So when they were running for president, originally when Trump was running for president, Ted Cruz was running for president as well.
Yeah.
Trump talked to Ted Cruz like shit. He treated him like, he's so bad. He talked about his wife, talked about his kids, like he talked horrible about him. And then after Trump becomes president, he starts sucking his dick. Trump is such a good guy. I stand right behind him. You know, that was just a campaign trail. I don't care if it's the campaign trail. You're not going to disrespect me. We can have different views. You're not going to disrespect me or my family. And so Ted Cruz jumped on the Trump train, Trump's best friend. And then now this goes down. He's trading on Trump now too. And he's like, oh, I can't stand with this. This is so wrong. All this other stuff. Like, Ted Cruz, you are a bitch. You are such a beta male. It's ridiculous.
It is.
I would not trust her for shit.
And if you, I didn't stay up to watch the whole confirmation hearing, the confirmation of the electoral college votes, but there was still, after everything that went down, there were still 100, I think it was 130 Republicans who objected to results in Arizona and I think Georgia were the two states that were that had objections, which was no, they were in the middle of Arizona's objection before it happened. So when it was going down, they were in Arizona's objection and they finished that, and then they still objected to I think Georgia and Pennsylvania. And then like after you
they tried to
got extended to the middle of the night, and you still want to my thing
they tried not to swear in that guy, didn't he? They tried not to swear in the guy from Pennsylvania. They were like, they're not going to swear him in. I was like, that's illegal. You have to.
Right. The crazy. So my problem was, okay, so if I was a senator or a representative, I'm like, all right, I know how the day's gonna go. The Republicans going Republican, and then we're gonna pass everything, and then I'm gonna get to go home. It may be a little bit of a long day, but you know, once we get over their BS, because they're allowed to, if they object, they have 2 hours to discuss, and then it goes to a vote, but they don't have the votes to object it. So that's it. So I'm like, yeah, you know, most of the states are gonna pass through. I got 4 2-hour things, so I got like an extra 8 hours on my day. Like, I would have mapped it out. Then for this bullshit to happen, and then for me have to come back and finish, like, I get it. They want to look strong, united, together, and that's why they still finish the proceedings after everything calmed down. But it's like, now I gotta stay, and you still gonna pull this bullshit? I gotta go home. I don't want to do this. Don't make me do it. But no, y'all want to be in y'all bullshit, and now I gotta stay longer.
And then my final point,
4:00 in the morning.
I want to talk on is the flag. How much white people love their flag. They love the American flag so much.
That is actually having a Confederate flag is treason.
No, it is treason. It is treason. That's like having the ISIS flag waving around. Is absolutely treason. But what I want to say is how easy it was for them to say, let's take down the American flag and put up the Trump flag. They literally did that. They went in there, took down the American flag, and put up Trump flags all over the place. And it's like, but y'all love the American flag so much. Y'all hate when people try to disrespect it. Y'all hated Colin Kaepernick for disrespecting it. But yet, as soon as the time to come, let's take down that flag and put up Trump flag. Get the fuck out of here. Like, right? Absolutely ridiculous.
White peopling again.
Absolutely. Y'all crucified Colin Kaepernick for kneeling during the anthem, but then you desecrate the flag by throwing it on the ground and putting up Trump's flag.
Can we talk about how my birthday is Flag Day and I don't care about a flag that much?
I love Maryland's flag. It's dope.
Yeah, that's what I told people that. Everybody, most of my class is New York and New Jersey. And I've been telling them, like, yo, you're used to seeing the Maryland flag everywhere. We love our fucking flag.
We love our flag. It's a dope flag.
Yeah. I was like, we love our flag.
It is really dope.
All right.
We got 2 new chicks that just joined my class. One's from same thing. One's from Jersey. One's from New York. I was like, Jesus Christ.
You ready for the next news point?
What you got?
What we got?
Kanye and Kim are getting a divorce.
Oh, no one cares.
Okay, so let me tell you.
Now there's also rumors that he's been fucking Jeffree Star. So.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Let me tell you how I knew he was gay. Because he went on that church campaign. I said, oh.
Someone saw you sucking dick.
Right. That's like they tell her, oh, I'm a holy man. I'm a man of God. Nah, you like dick. I mean, you still could be a man of God and like dick, but like, you know, Christians.
Let me just say, we already knew Kanye was going kind of that way when him and Amber the fuck up when Amber Rose came out and they were like arguing back and forth and stuff like that. And Amber Rose came out she said she likes putting stuff in his. ass and he shut right the fuck.
I remember that. I remember that day because I saw that. And, like, he didn't say the entire conversation. Just dropped.
He liked that ass play. I didn't fuck Kim Kardashian. She was just very annoying. The whole Kardashian family, but she did.
It's because she took dick, or do they have other stuff going? Before that,
she's not,
Kardashian. Actually, I know about.
She's not a marketing genius. She's a what's the name? She's a pimp.
LOL.
She
pimped her kids.
All of her kids into money makers.
Yeah. So
all right. So she did. So I was right. She pimped her kids.
No. Originally, just because of the father. The father was a famous attorney. He was like a attorney for celebrity clients. But then after the father died, they didn't really have much money left. They were like blowing through.
She was Paris' best friend for a long time.
Yep.
She was like, from then on, she's been finding little money making opportunities for her children.
Yep.
Each child has to make her.
And they're all rich.
Now, the other one's like a condo model, but also like a hoe. And then the other one, I don't even know what the oldest one does. What does she do?
Courtney?
Bullshit.
Yeah, what does Courtney do?
Courtney doesn't do anything but have babies by Scott loser ass Disick.
Right.
I mean, she probably has money in the different lines that they have. She probably help out with those and stuff like that. But
she doesn't do anything. But she's also look. So I just think I felt bad for her because she just seemed so miserable. I don't know. And maybe this is just outside looking in, but I don't ever think I would ever be comfortable in a relationship where like I'm never with like I don't feel like they're ever together. Like I want to be up my girlfriend's butt all the time. I don't get how like you could just be with somebody and just almost never be with them and like I don't know, just aren't ever together. Aren't ever shown together unless it's like an event.
My personal opinion, may sound crazy, but I don't think celebrities should get married.
I find that a lot more complications come from their marriages. I wouldn't say I agree with you, but I see where you're coming from.
Yeah, like they
should be able to, but I get why it's so complicated and hard.
Yeah, it's a very hard relationship to have. Period. And then I want to see all of them get divorced and then get remarried and get divorced.
Large majority,
but it's a very huge majority of the celebrities that do.
I don't think they date. That's the other thing. They don't date. They just
and they date in the same pool.
Somebody. Right. That's another thing. They all date the same fucking people.
Yeah, they all date in the same pool. They all date the same people. They're all Eskimo brothers and sisters.
Right.
They're probably tip sisters and brothers as well.
Yeah, I think isn't this Kim's fourth marriage?
Yeah, I don't know.
I think she should just stay single after that.
But that's the other thing. Like, just stay single. It's nothing wrong with that. And like date a person. It is nothing wrong with dating a person for 2 or 3 years before you decide, okay, maybe they should be my fiance and then we should get married. People are rush to get married. And I don't get why. Because all marriage is like adding, okay, what comedian was this? It's like, why would you want to add the government into your relationship?
That's all it is.
I love you so much. I want the government to be involved in our shit.
Yep.
Right.
I want a terrorist. Right. That's how much I love you.
That's all it is.
And it's like, eventually, yes, I want the government in our shit because, you know, people get tax breaks and shit when they marry. And I want those. I want that for me. But I don't need it right now. I'm okay. Like, we don't have to.
Kanye just needs the help. He needs help. I don't know what is wrong with the people.
I think he's going to get suicidal if they, like, actually get divorced.
I don't know. I hope not.
I think his circle is... I don't know. Whoever's in his circle needs to be out of it. He needs real psychotherapy.
Yes, he does, and we all see it, and it's very sad. Every time I see him go on rants and see him, it just makes me sad inside. I'm like, dude, he needs help, and you fuck people that are around him should all go to jail.
Chill.
Like y'all exploiting his pain and stuff like that, and just using him. Like if he ends up killing himself or something like that, that blood's on your hands. I feel like. I know, like he's a grown man. You can't tell grown people shit. But if you're in his circle and you just keep telling him yes when he comes up with stupid fucking ideas, then you're to blame too.
Yeah, you're the problem. You're part of the problem. There's too many yes men. People need some no men.
Yes, they do. And that's probably what happened with him and Jay-Z. Jay-Z probably a no man, and he was like.
When I get famous, I'm gonna hire me a no man, like someone to just always say no,
to always challenge you what you do.
Right. To challenge.
So why do you want to do this exactly?
Yeah.
Right. Greg, stop playing with the Nerf gun.
You don't know what I'm doing.
I heard it.
I didn't know it's not my real gun. You don't know what it sounds like.
Let Mika know I'm podding right now. She won't text me about Drag Race.
Oh yeah, she watched Drag Race last night. Why is Drag Race so long? Is that show like 2 hours long? Every time we watch, I'm like, yo, I swear you've been. Is it an hour and a half?
Yeah, and then you get 30 minutes of behind the scenes.
Jeez, so it's 2 hours long. I'm like, we watch. I'm like, yo, I feel like this shit been on forever. Because we always get into that argument. I always say she don't watch the stuff with me. I always watch all her shows. She say I don't, but I do. I watch her shows. I watch Drag Queen. I know all of the drag queens and stuff like that. She downstairs yelling at me. She said, I do watch your shows. You don't watch my shows. So
the first time I heard of RuPaul Drag Race, I said, oh, that was a race car show? My man was like,
now,
no.
This was going to be controversial since we got on Drag Queens. Bitch said, don't you know she pieing right now? She said, you can text bang. This was going to be controversial because on this season, there is a drag queen that, and you do what you want is your life. That used to be a woman, got a sex change to become a man, and now drag queens as a woman. Like you dress up as a woman.
I love Gottmik. Please don't.
No, but
she's not the only one because, well, Gia Gon, I don't know if you remember Gia Gon. She's the fishy queen. She always goes, oh my gosh, she was so fishy. She's Asian. She is transitioning into a woman, but also still does drag.
Yeah.
So I get that, and she does drag as a woman. So she transitioned to a woman, and now she does drag as a woman. And I get that she transitioned into a woman. Yeah, she transitioned into a woman. But I kind of get it because it's like, I don't know, and she still hasn't said her reason for it. Is she's still exploring her femininity, and that's what it is. But she genuinely feels like, no, I'm sorry, he's a he. He genuinely shit. God damn it!
Which one are we talking about?
Now I'm talking about Gottmik.
Nick is a he.
The problem is
born woman transition to a man.
Okay, I'm following.
So not the problem, but the reason why I got confused is he even said when he is normal, like when he's not in drag, he likes his he hims, and then when in drag, she her, because that's how most drag queens are. But that's why I kept saying she, because I was referring to the drag queen Gottmik. But he has not expressed like why he does drag. I think it's more so he sees it as an artistic thing because he's also a makeup artist. So I think that's why he does it. Because in real life he's a makeup artist like to the stars. So he does makeup, and I think he just enjoys doing makeup, and then drag is just an outlet to do it. So he's into makeup.
It's fun. He looks at it as an art and like something fun to do as well. Okay.
It's less than me trying to be the woman that I used to be.
Yeah, that's what I was like. You quit being a woman just to dress up as a woman, but that's just just my primitive thinking.
Primitive. Yeah. That's dot connecting. That's
it's a dot connector.
Greg said, "I'm leaving this. I'm out of this. I'm leaving this."
No, okay,
I'm asking.
Your life be happy. That's what I say.
I was like, you can do what you want. I just got questions.
I just want to understand it, and it's something that's just hard to understand.
And I think he brought it up at the wrong time as well. It's like I just need to put that out there. We watch it. I was like, okay, do we really need to have this conversation right now?
Drag for me.
No, it's because he didn't tell them and didn't realize, like it didn't hit him until they were practicing. Hey, I know told anybody that I'm a transgender male, and it's all in these lyrics, and they can hear it now. But nobody brought it up because nobody cared, because they're like, we're trying to get this.
Yeah, they're trying to practice. They're trying to practice and do choreography. He trying to have a fucking therapy. He trying to have a therapy session. I was with them. I was like, okay, why are you doing this right now?
So does he not have to tuck?
No.
I don't know, because he said he only has top surgery done so far. So I believe.
Yeah, I think he's only talked about his top surgery. So I don't know if he's had a bottom surgery. So we're gonna assume he doesn't have to tuck, and lucky fucking him.
That's like 20 minutes saved right there.
That's what I told Tamika. I was like, yo, why doesn't half of them get their butts done? Then they don't gotta wear the padding. You know how much you win?
Because then you have to walk around with a fat ass all the time.
I mean,
who cares?
I was gonna say, most of them like having fat asses, period. So
some of them don't.
Okay.
I don't even watch the show. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
I was like, yo, if you ain't gotta do the padding, then the padding don't look fake, you be good. All you gotta do is just dress up.
Well, Trinity the Tuck has her hips and like butt done. So.
Wait, what? Trinity the Tuck?
The Tuck, yes.
Yeah. Her name is Trinity the Tuck because she has some of the best tucking I have ever seen.
What happens if you get an erection?
Bro,
how do you tuck that far?
You ain't tucking me. That shit probably hurt.
I was about to say, it's not like it would hurt.
Duct tape. They use duct tape on their penis and balls.
Okay, but it still sounds like it would hurt. You have to still pull it back.
That's what I'm saying. But think of ripping the duct tape off.
And what do you got, big balls?
You have a big dick.
Okay, here's my question. What does RuPaul do now? Because I know
you're about to ask about his dick. I heard it.
No, I was gonna say, if you got big dick, that's not a problem. It just goes further back. Like, okay, you just tuck it further back. If you got balls, you got big balls, squeeze between your legs. It's gonna be hard.
I kind of want to watch tucking, but I want to watch it uncensored.
It probably
dicks get tucked.
Look it up on a porn site. They're probably on there somewhere.
Oh, you think so? You think it's there?
Tucking tutorials.
Yeah, probably. Actually, now that I think about it, it's probably up there.
Oh my gosh, y'all! I'm looking right now because I really want to see it.
No, the wildest thing I ever saw on Twitter, it was this dude. He jumped in front of the camera and ass cheeks spread, and the best way to describe what happened is he shot out his dick and balls.
What?
So he shoved his dick and his ass up his own. Shoved his dick and his balls up his own ass.
Yeah. I was impressed, terrified, and shocked all in one.
Never thought I could feel so many emotions at the same time.
Yeah. You ever get so overwhelmed with emotion that you just get stuck?
Yo, so I know this is a totally different topic, and I know I'm so late to the party because I didn't really care. But why haven't we all played Among Us with each other?
I have told people about this game. I've been preaching about I was one of the first people to hop on the wave when it was starting to trend.
Yeah.
Because I heard about it. I heard about it from.
I know I'm late, but I feel like I watched iBreezy play it on Breezely on YouTube. He's a gamer. He played it. Him and his friends that is the funniest shit just to watch them play it. It's so fucking them
YouTube doob.
Yeah, them just cussing each other out, trying to figure out who the fuck. I was like, yo, this is gonna ruin more friends than fucking Uno, yo.
Let's do Family Among Us tonight.
Oh my god, that'd be so much fun. That shit is hilarious.
Yo, I'm gonna hear so much therapy shit come up from your sisters. I knew it was you because you did this to me when I was 7. Oh, what the fuck?
and then here
the whole time it's me just murdering people. Yeah, get her ass.
Here niggas trying to lie to each other was the funny. Nigga, it was you. All right, you can't lie. It's the funniest shit ever. I was like, yo, we need to play this game together.
No, yeah, I showed it to Joy and a couple of her friends during one game night, and they were all cautious because niggas is always cautious when the nerds offer some shit up. But I was like, yo, trust me, it's gonna be fun. Yeah. We started playing. So the dude Tony, shout out to Tony, he just graduated police academy. We was playing with him, his girl Daria, that's Jordan's line sister, their dean, 2 more of their friends, and me and Jordan, and one of their friends' boyfriends. So it was 8 of us, right? The cop, so I was the imposter. The cop was like, I got 2 kills before anyone realized that someone died. And then he was like, yo, we got to kick somebody out. This person hasn't said shit. I'm like, yeah, that's really crazy about them. They kind of sus. And I saw this person going past where they all said the body was, knowing damn well they almost saw me. So I'm kicking people out left and right. It gets down to the last 3. He's like, yo, my detective skills are 10. Like, I'm like, yo, it's either you or him. He's like, yo, it's not me, I promise. And then we kick out the other guy, and I won. He's like, he just turned to me. I'm like, it was me.
It's so funny to just watch too. Like, I would love to play it.
It's fun as shit. I have it on my computer and my phone.
It's like, nigga, it was you.
It is usually not really. Sometimes it's me. You'll know when it's me.
Oh man, so one game they played, it was 2 imposters and they cleared a house. Like, it was him, the dude that played the YouTube. I briefly.
You ever seen someone get the double kill off?
Oh my, no, they killed everybody.
No, the double kill is in like when you got 4 people in one room, 2 imposters, 2 non-imposters. They don't say shit to each other and they just get the double kill off.
They both killed. That's dope. What they did is they killed one person, then they had their little group meeting, whatever, to talk about it, and then they went back to the game and they were able to kill everybody else before the game ended. Before the next meeting, I was like, "Yo, y'all monsters." So like, no one reported body found or anything like that. I was like, "Yo, that's wow."
I played with D Zumaki. I played with her once. She kicked me out. She kicked me right off the air. Like, I was like, "Yo, it's not me. I swear it's Pink." And they were like, "No." Pink said. They started roasting me in the chat, so then they airlocked me, and then ended up being Pink. I was like, damn, that's real crazy.
Look, niggas, I was right.
Yep. Because I said it was Pink, and then Pink called me black, because I saw him, but then it disappeared, and I was like, all right, I'm going to go water these flowers. I go to water the flowers, and I, like, leave the menu screen for doing whatever the fuck I was doing, and Pink just pop out from some bushes. I'm like, oh, that's my ass.
If they don't make a horror comedy movie about Among Us, y'all stupid. Like, y'all should pick that up.
That's a bag.
He says a bad idea.
That's a bag.
Oh yeah. Just like
I would watch it.
Like what's that movie? Evil Dead. Ash versus the Evil Dead. That shit was funny. Like, make something that's funny and like they all blaming each other. No one trusts each other. Or like what's that movie? This Is the End. With
That movie's fuck. I'm gonna titty fuck you, Seth.
Yeah.
Titty fuck me.
Yes. It's like something like that.
This Is the End was good.
Did I ever show you guys the Devil Artemis thing? So he's a guy, he does CGI animations, and he does a really good Cell impression. So it's always about Cell versus whatever. And he did an Among Us for that, and it's fucking hilarious.
You guys put that in the group chat.
I am going to. It is hilarious.
All right, what's the next news topic?
Hold on, I'm looking at the YouTube video. Next YouTube topic. Next topic is I don't know if you guys been watching Power Season 2, but the creators of Power, 50 Cent, has basically confirmed that 2 new series are spawning before the Season 2 of Book 2 Ghost, and those 2 series are going to follow Kanan before his death and Tommy.
Don't care.
I want to see Tommy, because Tommy just went to the other side of the country. I would like to see Tommy.
He's back in the new season, right?
Yeah, spoiler alert. I know. I've heard. I stopped watching Power.
He's back.
Yeah, he came back.
They said if the person hasn't explicitly died, they could always come back, and then like 2 episodes later, Tommy comes back.
Wait, is that where that clip I keep seeing on like Twitter, where it's like, "Don't call me Uncle Tommy. You lost the right to do that when you off your father."
Yeah, that's why you keep seeing that clip. That clip.
That's tough. I would love for Tommy to kill him, but you know that's not gonna happen.
A bitch.
Big bitch.
Have you met his mom?
I keep telling them. I keep telling everybody. I said, the only way you'll get me to come back to the show if I hear that Tariq dies, and I have to watch it just to watch him die.
So I learned a few weeks ago that Rick didn't die in that Walking Dead episode when he blew himself the fuck up.
I didn't. I've been stopped watching Walking Dead, so you know.
He was badly injured and got flown away in a helicopter, but the show is ending, so it doesn't matter. I don't know if they're gonna try and put him in Fear the Walking Dead or something like that, but
Andrew ain't coming back.
No, he was supposed to be leaving the show, so. But they
gonna recast Rick?
Huh?
You gonna recast Rick?
No.
Not recast.
Recast. That's funny.
Yeah, it sounds like you're doing something you're not supposed to be doing.
What, your dog?
Oh, never mind. He was getting a toy.
Oh, found the video. Yes. It's only like 1 minute and 50 seconds long. You guys can watch it after we finish. Or now. I'll just cut it out, but it's fucking hilarious.
Alright. Anything else on our news docket? Did I have
Hell yeah, there's hella shit on our news docket. I was just looking at this video. Dr. Stone season 2 returns next week.
Does it? I'm so happy for that. I love Dr. Stone. I never been.
Yep, January 14th. They're starting the story.
Bill Not a Science Guy.
Psycho, season 1.
Yes. Mob Psycho.
I finished Mob Psycho. It was good.
It is good. I like it. What other shows I've been watching? But yeah, I'm excited for Dr. Stone. Great science. I love it. Like it's like no real action in it, but it's still
There's hella action, but they also make it fun.
Well, this is war, so there's gonna be some action in this one, especially
in the Stone War. Yeah,
that's
about to get real.
That's what we've been prepared for.
Also, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh, Battlefront Blood Blockade. Battlefront is good. I just started second season on that one. That's a good show if anyone want to watch something. And then what's the other one? I just started watching it and I got the second season. I was like, yo, second season is whack. Stray Dogs. Bongo Stray Dogs.
They made a game about that.
Yeah, the first season was dope, and then I came to the second season. It's like slow. The second season is really slow. So that took it down for me.
I'm all caught up on Jujutsu Kaisen. I met the black guy.
I'm not happy with that. I don't know what Greg's talking about. He ain't black.
He is black. He has locks. You can't tell.
Asian people can get locks.
I've never seen that.
I have.
I shouldn't.
I want to see that now. Asian man with locks. Let's go.
You never see Asian people with locks?
Fuck no. I barely see white people with locks.
Black. He ain't black. I say Black Card Revolt.
Who?
Because he likes women with fat.
Whoa, this is actually kind of cool.
Yeah, because their hair is softer, so it looks different.
It looks very different. It looks weird on some people, but on the ones that get the
You never seen that video of the Asian man making his hair nappy? You never seen that?
No, why would you do that?
He wanted to get a fro, so they put some kind of solution shit into his hair. They braided it like in plaits, and then like he had they dried it out and then took the plaits out and then combed it out and he had an afro. I said,
yo, this looks so different.
Asian, they want to be so bad.
There's an Asian basketball player that had wait, what?
Yeah, Jeremy Lin. Didn't he have locks?
Apparently he did.
Yeah. He said he had decided his head shaved with locks.
Yeah, they want to be black so bad. You know what's crazy about this? Is like when I leave America, because I'm going to Japan.
Oh yeah, I'm going to Japan. Big Japan trip.
Commodity.
Yeah. Family Japan trip. Let's do it.
Pod trip.
Road trip.
Where we going? There is no roads.
LMAO. I can't wait to. I've never been excited to say, yo, I want to take public transportation. I want to ride the bullet train.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Super cool.
All right, so next newsy docket, just a quick one. Shaman King is getting a reboot in April 2021. Basically, just getting remastered.
Yep.
Yeah, I put in the group chat. Looks good. Can't wait to watch.
I'll watch
it. And they're bringing a lot of the original cast back as well.
Yeah, I didn't watch the original, so I'll watch this one.
I watched some of the original. I remember bits and pieces. I don't think I watched it faithfully, and I think now I want to watch it faithfully because like that show was still kind of cool.
Yep. Yeah.
Sad news. Dr. Dre suffered an aneurysm earlier this week.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, dude. I thought he was gonna die. I was like, damn. They took Dre.
No, and then his house was robbed like right after that news post came out.
Yeah, fucking assholes.
and the judge granted his ex-wife that $2 million.
Yep. That's why he had a brain aneurysm. This fucking divorce.
And it was fun. No, it wasn't funny, but like, okay, I don't know. I don't like listening to the Ricky Smiley morning show because I don't like Ricky Smiley. I don't know. His voice just really does not go. I don't like it. But Gary with the T was talking and he was like, yeah, pray for her because, you know, all she got was $2 million. And they were like, she gets $2 million a month. She'll be fine. And he was like, she was like, but she's used to this. And she was like, and that's fine. And for her spouse's support, she's getting a lot of money. And then he was like, well, what if he dies? Then she'll get everything. And everybody was like, we doubt it. His will has to be changed because this divorce thing has been going on for a while.
Yeah. He didn't change that.
She is no longer getting whatever is left over if he was to die from this.
And then I don't care about that. What we used to. She's used to this lifestyle, and I hate that when people do that. It doesn't matter what lifestyle you're used to. We're no longer together. Don't take.
You don't get this lifestyle, bitch.
Yeah, like if I lost everything, would you stay?
No.
That's a great question. Most of the people say no.
If I lose everything, you can have half of my zero.
You divorce me, like, hey, I'm used to this lifestyle, so I'm out.
Yo, so if I get the casino like right before, and they're like, all right, she gets half of everything you own, I'm like, I don't own shit no more.
Well,
you just get half of shit.
Me and Chris have had this conversation, and I told her I will not get married without a prenup. And like, we can revisit it if we want to, because you can do that. Like, it's the weird thing. People think prenups are like, you get nothing if we get a divorce, or if this happened or that happened. No,
because that's usually what they end up being.
Yeah, you could put stipulations in your divorce.
Oh no, I know. Jordan explained this to me. I didn't know what the fuck. Yeah. I knew what they were, but I didn't know anything about them.
You can put all types of stipulations. I could say, oh, if we're together for 20 years, this prenup is null and void. If so and so happens, you get this. If that happens, you get that. And I said, and it's vice versa. So it's not just me saying what happens. What if you came into money and I decided to leave you right after? Then you're screwed. It protects both of us, because now we're bringing the government into. This is what happens. Government to your relationships, people. So I was like, that is why I always say get a prenup. I don't care how much you love me. I'm getting a prenup. Love you too. On a dotted line, so we can keep it moving.
Okay.
I have to protect my assets.
Your ass. So I actually had a joke about the Kim and Kanye divorce, but then I found out about the Jeffree Star thing. But the joke I had was Kim and Kanye are getting divorced. I guess she got tired of dressing up as Beyonce.
Nah. Probably did. He probably did make it.
Trump gets suspended from Twitter permanently and Facebook.
Yo, no, it's not just them. It's everything. Google. It said Spotify.
He's banned on everything.
I said, nigga can't listen to music.
They said, no, sit in silence and think about what you did.
Basically, he had time out from the world.
Yo, it's like that Black Mirror episode. When the guy got blocked by everyone and no one could see or hear him.
Oh, yeah, I remember that shit.
That was crazy. You're gonna literally die from insanity.
Yo,
he needs it. And here's the crazy thing. Oh, it was a picture. Did you see the picture that they did? It was a meme. It was SpongeBob and Patrick. Like, Bikini Bottom was on fire, and it was like, Twitter. Well, we saved the world.
We saved the city, Patrick.
Right. It's like, yeah, you blocked him now, but he's been putting up bullshit for how long?
They only blocked him now because fuck, we can't let this guy stay.
It's because they don't want to also get blamed for allowing, because if he is the reason, which he is, not if he's the reason why this happened. He incited a riot.
He told people to see you on January 6th. Yes.
No, he had Gregory, you didn't know they had a rally in DC before this happened. And during the rally in DC, he said, let's go to the Capitol and tell them what we think. Yes. He said that at the rally.
He's not going to get in trouble for that, though.
On January 6th. No, he's not going to get in trouble for it. Yeah. But he did incite a riot.
He did, but he's not going to do any time for that or get in trouble for that. The FBI said they're going to try to go after him. They said they would, but they're not going to, because it's freedom of speech.
It is.
He's protected under freedom of speech.
That's what they're going to say. He's protected. But are you? If you incite a riot, that's the whole point of incitement.
They try to say that
speech has now encroached on someone else's.
They try to say that politicians say a lot of things during. And politicians are they can get away with that, basically. I heard somebody talk about it.
They bullshitting for their boy.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. But he incited a riot. So what people could come back and say, and this is the only reason why they have now blocked him from their platforms, is they can say they are also responsible for this incitement because they allowed him to preach this hate, all these things on their platforms and did nothing about it. So now that it can say, not only they said we started with, marking and flagging his posts if they were not true. And then when something happened, we did block, we stopped his usage, blah, blah, blah. They're just covering their asses. They're not doing this because they cared. They're just trying to protect their bottom line. Let's be real, people. Don't forget, I am still the woke ratchet. I'm very much awake.
Woke ratchet.
Oh, and the woke ratchet, when she's drunk, she gets Megnees. So,
You don't get Megnees, you just get a power boost to your stamina.
Because I did the little look, I did the little baby, the crybaby thing. I was doing it. I got it.
Okay. Next news point. Crunchyroll unveils their 2021 winter lineup.
Yeah, I saw that shit. Tough.
So I'm just gonna go run through it. Hottest picks. So I'm a spider. So what? Laid Back Camp season 2. The Time I Got Reincarnated as Slime season 2. That show actually has a lot of action.
Is it good? I told you about it before. You were like, no, I haven't heard about it. But
so here's the thing. Shows like this, I actually like a lot. Like, cause that's what Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in the Dungeon? It's like fuck. I forgot what the category is, but it's like one of those, you start off with a goofy main character, but then they have to like get strong for some reason. Usually selfish, I want to fuck reasons, but it usually is very comical and has a lot of action. So shows like this is good to me because it's like they're just funny. But keeping me entertained. Attack on Titan, the final season, which they're gonna have to bumpers through these chapters. Dr. Stone season 2, Given the movie, Jujutsu Kaisen, ReZero Starting Life in Another World season 2, and then a bunch of new releases that I don't really feel like going through because it's a lot.
And a whole lot more One Piece. We're gonna go into Act 3. Well, actually, we're gonna get.
Did you say we're going to Act 3? Nigga, this show's been out for damn near 20 years and we're only in Act 3.
One Piece.
Why?
You ever fuck for a long time? It's like, yo, none of us is gonna come. So let's just call it quits. We reconvene tomorrow. That's what One Piece. That's what One Piece is.
What I did that I liked, because I was so busy with the move. I usually watch anime like on Sundays, but because I was so busy with the move and like packing those last couple weeks and trying to do stuff with Chris and stuff, I didn't get to watch anime. So like when I got down here and I got settled, those last 2 weeks where nobody was here with me, I just got to binge One Piece, and it was so nice to just binge it, to like just watch it all and not have to wait. And I could skip through like the unnecessary parts without feeling like, oh, now the episode is over because I had more episodes. It was so nice. I'm going to start binging One Piece. I'm going to have to let it build for a couple weeks and then come and watch it.
I'd rather binge anime. That's why I'm not watching Attack on Titan. Roland texted me this week. He's like, yo, have you been watching it? I said, no, I have not. So I'm letting it build up.
You gonna wait for Jujutsu? Actually, watch the first 4 episodes. Like, watch 4, give it some time. Watch 4, give it some time. Because right now, people are super excited for the next episode because of where they're at. Like, people were like shocked to see how the fucking Marlians fight. Like, them niggas are sick.
Then, who's the other thing that I wanted to? Oh, Black Clover. They just not caught up to the manga, but they started the new part in the manga. So I don't know if people knew the way the manga went. It just did a 2-year time skip and just I think it took a couple weeks off and started. But the anime, they did they showed kind of quote unquote what happened between those 2 years. So they did a training arc basically to help space it out. Because they were really close together. I don't know if you guys.
They were extremely close. So yeah,
they were extremely close. So they used that 2 years time skip to do a training arc and give the manga some space. And it just caught up to what the manga is. That was the first episode that got released this week, and it was really good. It stayed true to the manga. Granted, it was like the whole chapter. It was like 1 episode, which wasn't bad. It didn't feel slowly paced. You got to see kind of Asta's new control, his new muscle body.
Yeah, like Asta.
More muscly than before. It's like Yami's body.
I want to know how muscular they're gonna make him, because that's like the running joke, and like he's like freakishly muscular. So I want to see.
Now he's like, but that's the thing. He was freakishly muscular before, and
now he's just swole.
And now he looks muscular, so he has to look.
And he has it open, and his new fit is like an open. He just wears the cloak.
He just wears the cloak. His whole chest is out. Like, it's no shirt that can fit him.
I want him to just keep getting muscular, because that's what they did with Power Girl from DC Comics. Power Girl, like the creators of it, like at first, like she had regular sized tits, and then they just kept making her tits bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, like each issue, until somebody like said something like, "Yo, her tits are way too big." Like the creator, the animator of it, purposely did that.
Yeah, I was.
So Power Girl meme. Let's see if this comes up. There's a picture of her holding a
her
McDonald's cup with her boobs. It's hilarious.
Yeah. So that's what they did with Power Girl. They just kept making her tits bigger and tits bigger.
Prepare for 2 cups of justice. Oh, that's fucking hilarious.
Oh, that's funny.
Okay. Back.
I don't understand how Stargirl got a TV show but Power Girl didn't. Power Girl is such a better superhero than Stargirl. Let's say that.
Okay, next news docket. Oh, Brad Venable, the voice actor of V and Devil May Cry, dies at age 43.
Oh.
Yeah. R.I.P.
Rest in peace, man. That shit. Sorry. That shit sucks. I'm tired of people dying. One of the voice actors, no, not voice actors, animators from Bob Burgers died.
Oh, don't tell me that.
Absolutely crazy. Death all around us at all times.
I mean, there's one thing that's constant in this world is that.
Won't die.
All right. Well, that's all the news that I have. You guys got anything?
You forgot WandaVision comes out this weekend.
Fuck yes.
I'm 100% for it. I want to know how they're going to do it because Black Widow is supposed to come out first. You know, MCU is all about their timeline. Like, so I don't know what they did to change it up. And it needs we need a lot of questions answered, basically. How did this Vision come back, and is this going to start us off with the X-Men? Because you know the Wanda House of M, where she killed every mutant, and they think they're going to do the reverse for this, and that's how they're going to bring the mutants into the MCU with Wanda. She's going to create a universe where mutants are real or something like that. And then also we're waiting to see how Monica Rambeau gets her powers because she's on this. So the little girl that was on Captain Marvel, she's an adult and she's a agent working with Shield on WandaVision, and so that's what we.
And she's like, yeah, she was like, "Who are you?" And she was like, I saw that in the trailer. Yeah. I am super interested to see because there's so much you can do with WandaVision, especially like with, I don't want to say fixing mistakes, but like fixing things or changing things. Especially like R.I.P. Chadwick Boseman, but I mean, I don't want to say they've ran into this problem, but he has now passed, and now you have a hole to fill, and this gives you the opportunity to fix.
Yeah, you can retcon everything.
Fix retcon whatever you need to retcon.
Which I hate them that it's kind of, I don't think I want to say it's sloppy, but like it's like, okay, just get it done so we can get on with the story and get back to everything that's good.
And also, I don't mind retcons if they make sense. Like some retcons have been good, and some most have not. But some retcons have been good, and we enjoy them or whatever. So I'm excited to see what they do. And I will say so far the MCU has been a great universe. Like I haven't had many qualms with it. So I'm just excited to see what they're going to do with this.
I would like to see Wiccan and Speed because they do show like she's like pregnant in the previews, and like, you know, that's her children. Wiccan and Speed are her kids. And then I would like to see if they would bring back Quicksilver.
I would love them to bring back her brother. I would love them to introduce her father. That'd be dope.
Magneto.
If at all possible.
And her sister. They always forget about her sister, but her sister is dope.
Her sister is dope. She's more powerful than she is.
Yes. They always, like, every time you get like reincarnation of X-Men and stuff like that, like they leave what's her name, Polaris. They leave her out a lot, but she is powerful. She is dope.
Excited about that. I'm excited about all the things that are coming to Disney Plus finally, because I feel like everything, because of COVID, they took time to push it back, and I feel like it hurt Disney Plus because Disney Plus had a lot of potential, especially when people were in the house sitting around. They should have just kept all their.
They should have kept it. They should have kept the timeline. They should have just released it on Disney Plus.
Released it on Disney Plus because people would have paid for it and people would have viewed it because we didn't have shit else.
If they would have released Black Widow, I would have paid for it and watched it.
I would have watched Black Widow.
I did.
They were got the Russian, basically Russian Captain America, like every.
like I didn't want to pay for Mulan.
I'm not paying for Mulan. I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, I waited till it came out until it was free to watch that.
Oh! I just remembered. I forgot one news piece that just hit me. Red X is getting a comic.
I saw that.
Really?
Yeah, Red X is getting a comic.
Didn't see that.
Finally find out who the fuck Red X is, because I don't know. I mean,
no one knows. People thought it was Jason Todd, but that's too cliche.
Yeah, what's the name? Was Red X's first, and then someone stole the costume and became Red X. So
So we'll find out who Red X is, because that timeline doesn't technically line up exactly. Because at that time when Robin was there, Jason Todd hadn't died yet.
Yeah.
But
stop throwing Jason Todd and everything. He can't be Red Hood and Red X. Come on now.
Because Jason Todd is dope, even though he's got anger issues. But yeah, he's still dope. But he what was it? I was watching this one video. This guy thinks that he's gonna be the Clown Hunter from some of the newer comics of Batman.
Yes, the Clown Hunter is badass. Yeah,
so basically, since Bruce talked him down from killing Harley Quinn, they think that he's basically gonna turn a new leaf and just be still violent, but just become the Red X. It's from a universe where the Joker somehow stole all of Bruce Wayne's money.
Wait, he was gonna kill Harley Quinn, or what's the name? What's the punchline?
He's gonna kill someone. Because
in the news story where Clown Hunter is, I haven't read it, but like I've just, of course, I watch my YouTubers that give reviews on it. Joker's with punchline now.
Yeah. Also, new Ninja Turtles chapter comes out this month.
Oh, gotta read that.
I got two things to talk about this week. I do need to watch Ninja Turtles. I need to get up on Ninja Turtles. But I got two things. First one, have you guys heard the Deku theory that's going around? About his mom dying?
No. During the Black
all the shit that happened
during the war. Yeah, there's a theory because they just like they had like a random clip in the manga where they were showing like other people's families, and then they showed Deku's mom riding a bike, like she was walking alongside or holding her bike going to the grocery store. And then there's another scene like right after that with Gigantomachia running through the city destroying buildings, and you can see right in one of the buildings there's a woman standing in front of it holding like the same bike, and it looks like Deku's mom. And they think that like Gigantomachia just ran through her and killed her.
That'd be crazy. He'd be depressed, and I don't feel like he get a couple chapters of depression.
He gets back from a war and his mom's dead. That'd be the wildest shit ever.
Mom's dead. Your legs are broke. Your arms are. You got a torso, nigga. That's it. No parents, just a torso.
You remember the oblongs?
Yes, I do.
The dad from the oblongs. Mm-hmm. no arms, no legs. And then another thing I want to talk about is the John Wick universe they're trying to build that I am for.
What?
Yes. So it's just a fan theory right now, but it looks like it's true. So you know that Mr. Nobody's coming out. It's made from the same people that did John Wick.
Mm-hmm.
And in the preview, you know how the John Wick used to have the coins?
Mm-hmm.
They have something else. They have like these tokens. He has these gold little tokens. It's just like John Wick's coins. It comes out. It has all kinds of. He pulls them out of a safe. Just like John Wick did, how he broke up his basement and his garage, and there was like guns in there. It was the coins.
Building an assassin universe.
Yes, so he did the exact same thing in this preview. People started noticing that, like, yo, he did the exact same thing in this preview. And then they're talking about making a TV show based off of the hotel where John Wick stays in John Wick.
I remember talking about this.
And then they're going to give a female assassin. It's kind of going to be like Black Widow, called the Ballerina. They're giving her own movie as well. So I was like, oh, they're doing a whole John Wick universe. That's going to be dope.
I like that.
That is dope.
Bring John Wick back in a big movie so they have an Avengers style get up.
Yeah, and then the Mr. Nobody is crazy though, because I've never seen him playing an action role. The guy who plays Saul Goodman in Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's like really in shape for this movie, and it looks really good. So I can't wait for that.
All right, I think that's all the news. This has just been a news episode because we did not make a topic.
We did.
I have a topic.
Diva
topic.
Diva made a topic, and we just didn't care about black women again.
Email me and get it back to me within 3 to 5 business days.
So the topic was we can just talk on it. It doesn't like pick your favorite ones, but we can talk on it. What Diva?
We're talking about governments and anime. Go ahead.
Yes.
No, go ahead.
I was stepping on your toes.
No,
attention to fucking governments. I just pay attention to niggas throwing hands. What the fuck?
Well, there's some animes where the government plays a big part. So you have like, and I wrote them down because I am prepared. So you have like Full Metal, and you have One Piece, even Naruto, Attack on Titan, and then I put Gangstas because that was a good one.
Yeah, I know. Everybody I talk to, like I didn't know people watched it like that, and I go and I talk to people. Other people have watched it and they're mad too. Like that anime should have been finished. Come on, that was a good one.
So it's like, and it's no longer on Netflix. Fun fact, because I was looking for it.
I think is it on Hulu? I think it's on Hulu.
But so, like, the governments play a big part in how these animes work. Like, and even though One Piece, like, you have your throw hands, you have your funny moments, but like the world government is a big antagonist. Then you have a revolutionary army, and you also have like pirates who just don't give a fuck and do whatever they want. And then like in Full Metal, the whole problem is the damn government. The government is corrupt from literally the top. So I felt like we should talk about it, seeing how, you know, we just went through some government shit of our own.
That people keep trying to call it a coup.
It was a coup.
It wasn't. It was.
By definition,
I feel like it was Karens being Karens.
Yes, but by definition, it was a coup.
Like, but so my first thing I want to talk about with governments is how I always thought that the Full Metal Alchemist world with their government is basically the American government. It may be other governments as well, but the way I look at it is that you need to keep killing to fuel the machine.
Yep.
That's how, if no one watched Full Metal Alchemist, please watch it. That's how Full Metal Alchemist is. They, to keep getting power, they had to kill mass amount of people. They did it with the Ishvalans. They started a whole war to do it. And that's how I look at America. Like, we have to just keep sending troops to other countries and killing people and getting people killed and stuff like that, and all that just
sometimes over the littlest things. Like, remember when the Ishvalan War started, it was over an accident. A soldier who was already there, accidentally killed a child, and it sparked this whole war. Granted, tensions were already high, but it sparked a whole war. And I feel like America a lot of times looks for any reason to go to war over somewhere where they want something. So obviously they wanted to make a Philosopher's Stone, and they know in order to make a Philosopher's Stone, we have to kill a bunch of people. So it's like, we just need something to happen to start this war so a whole bunch of people can die so we can make a Philosopher's Stone. And it's just like America. It's like, we just need something to happen to give us a reason to go to war so we can get what we want, whether it be oil or land or influence or whatever it may be.
And fuck the people that we send, right? Because that's the one thing that gets me. Like, the people that we send to war are kids. We send 18, 19, 21-year-olds and stuff like that, and they go to war and they come back fucked up for the rest of their lives.
Can't even have your first drink, but you can go out and kill someone.
Yeah, absolutely. You can't drink, but we can put a gun in your hand. And then they come back, they're fucked up in the head. They don't know what's going. They don't know how to go back to civilian life.
It's really crazy how the government preys on, like, I would say those young kids who might not fit in necessarily for school, because, you know, you drop out of school and you're like, damn, there's nothing I can do. I guess I'll go to the military.
Not even drop out of school. You finish school, and it's just like, okay, yeah, I finished, but, you know, school was hard for me. I like school. I'm not, you know, I don't want to say not good at school, because nobody's not good at school.
It's not for me. Let's just leave it at that, because I've met a lot of people that school is just not for.
I'm one of those people.
Not for me. And they're only like one of the options, and the biggest option that, you know, is going to, you know, they give it a lot of perks, but I don't think the perks are worth what you give up. Because yes, you make decent money, you get health care. A lot of times you can get housing easier. There's a lot of not programs, but like deals and payoffs that vets get when it comes to like loans and even with food, just basic things like a free meal if you go somewhere and you're a vet. Because I know my dad, just from showing that he's a vet, can go to Chick-fil-A and get his meal half off.
Same here, baby.
Yeah, like half off Chick-fil-A as much as you want. So
and you can get Camaro.
And then what I want to add on that is the same thing with police departments. They prey on young people. I mean, they want to start you off young because they can have you for a good amount of years, but like it's like preying on them. A lot of the guys I'm talking to, like they just needed jobs. Like I'm talking to one kid, he moved down from Philly, from Pittsburgh, and he was like, he graduated college, he went to Penn State and everything, and he was like, I didn't see a lot of jobs, and he was like, I need a job, and you know what, crime isn't going anywhere. So
be a mortician, that's not going anywhere.
Right, but that's the other thing. There's stability in being in the military. When you hear layoffs, you don't hear, I mean, granted, it does happen. I'm not saying it's non-existent, but you don't hear about like that being a profession where people are going to get laid off. Like, no, they're always going to have police officers. They're always going to have people in the military, and there's always going to be a need for it, especially in the military because people die. There's always going to be a need for it, which sucks. But like, so you can see that even in some animes, how they also like look at One Piece, like Kobe, he joined the military fairly young, or not even Kobe, I'll go back even farther. Garp was conditioning Ace and Luffy to be Marines, like from the jump. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, because in the way Garp is a Marine, it isn't in line with all of the world government's views. So yay Garp, but it is a corrupt system. So like he started them out young, and that's with a lot of people in like military families. They start their kids off young to like, oh, you're going to go in the military just like me. And people do that. They say, oh, my dad was a Marine, or my dad was a naval officer, so now I'm a naval officer, or I'm a Marine. So yeah,
I wanted to be a Marine.
Everybody I went to high school with became that was like the military choice out of my high school, was go be a Marine. Some people did Army, some people did Air Force, but like most of the class, Marines.
And then like I like Gangsta's governmental like makeup, because if you haven't watched Gangsta, basically there are people who have these, do we call them powers? What is it called in there? I just want to call them powers, and they get ratings.
They're like super soldiers. They're like all cat.
Yeah, they are super soldiers, but they were created by the government. But if they have children, then their children can have ratings or whatever. But the problem is that it's technically a sickness. So there's like, the way this one city is run is it has 3 factions. It has one that has nothing to do with it. They're like the pure people, but of course they still need these people because they're fucking ridiculously strong. Then you have this other faction that really takes care of them, like they produce the medicine that they need to live. Like they are the people who actually run and produce it, which makes a lot of money because the government wants to keep these people working for them as long as they can. And then you have one that's kind of like a mix, where they hire some and then they have like regular people too. And then you meet these 2 guys who are kind of like freelancers. Like no matter where you are in this city, you have to align yourself, because the one who remains heavily on this faction, they get their medicine from the people who make the medicine. And then like the one who has a mix, of course, they still also need the medicine to take care of their people or whatever. And the medicine is expensive, so like if you're a normal person, it's hard to get.
Their whole situation reminds me of the veterans in America, like how they get treated once they're done. So basically, the government makes these people, and then once they're done with them, they just throw them to the wayside. But but the condition that makes them give them powers also is killing them. So they have to keep taking this. They have to keep taking this medication to stay alive longer. And another side effect of the medication, if they like overdosed on it, they get super stronger. So some of them abuse the medication that actually is meant to keep them alive because they want to be stronger.
So it's like, it's this complicated system, but then you meet these 2 people who are outside of the system. Like they're just friends with everybody. Like they're cool with everyone. And because there's tension between, like, of course, as always in mobs situations, there's tension, and they're just cool with everybody. So you get the viewer get to watch the system kind of from the outside, and you see how all the factions work. So you don't ever take a side, but you get why everybody has their positions, which also interesting. Like the way they display governments, it all has some truth to it. Like, look at Attack on Titan. We discriminated against the people who was stronger than us or has the ability to be stronger than us, and now these people realize what we have done and want nothing but peace. But because we are afraid, white people, of what we done to these people, we feel like we have to attack them first. Because let's be real, the only reason why white people are quote unquote afraid of black people is because they built us to be better, faster, stronger, and are afraid if that we were to, I don't want to say realize that, because we know, but if we were to ever to come together to actually take over, we could. And that scares the living shit out of them, that we would do the same thing that they did to us. And that's what's happening in Attack on Titan. It's just also relative.
Government relates to the Nazis.
I was about to say that. I was about to like, if you're not catching the Nazi shit in here, you don't realize that literally this is how Nazi Germany worked, then
yep,
you might be a part of the problem.
And that's the thing, like, people deny like any of this is how it works, but even it's shown even in our media. So like we're seeing it in cartoons that people always say, oh, these are for kids. No, this is like real shit, like in our media. And so if it's in our media, where do you think they're pulling it from? Their ass?
Tamika always says that when I watch an anime and they start cussing up a storm and stuff like that. She's like, ain't this for kids? Like, no, it's not for kids. It's not for kids. Stop doing that.
Thanks for giving me the HBO, because I've been watching Ed, Edd n Eddy, Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, and what's that third show? It was another show. And Codename Kids Next Door. Yo, there are so many adult jokes, and I've only got the first 3 episodes of each.
I wanted to start watching Courage the Cowardly Dog again, because I watched this video that gave like such a deep analysis of Courage the Cowardly Dog. It was so good. I was like, yo, that makes me want to go.
It's the whole world from his perspective. That's why everything's scary.
Mm-hmm. It's really good.
Does that mean Courage thinks that ducks are aliens?
Probably.
Oh, another one that I think really explores government that people don't pay any attention to until they start watching it later is Avatar, both seasons. So you see what happens when a power wants to take over the world in the first season, and how that has brought war and the consequences of it and the people who fight back against it. And then you also see in Korra, yes, there has been restabilization, but what happens when you knock down a puzzle piece, when they lose the Earth Queen, and you have to, and there's no line of successors? Like, what happens then?
That's what happened with Obama when he was president. Oh, he was president. They took some people out, and now there's like power vacuums in small countries where all kinds of atrocities are happening now because you took someone out. And that's why it sucks that we have to do this sometimes, but we have to play ball with dictators and stuff like that, because if we take that guy out, what the fuck happens to that country? If we don't want to step in and take over the country and make the country part of America, what happens then now? And that's what happens a lot. So
that's one thing you see. And then I don't know, I know a lot of people don't read the light novel of Avatar, but it talks about very deeply fixing the world after this atrocity, like how and it's how Republic City gets made. It's like, yes, this was Earth, the Earth Kingdom's territory, but Fire Nation has been here so long that the people are now living together, are cohabitating together. So you can't, and this has been for what, generations now, so you can't say, hey, you don't belong here. No, you don't belong here. Like, I've been here for at least 2 or 3 generations now. Like, I don't know anything else. No, I don't know Earth Kingdom, or I don't know Fire Kingdom. I know this mashup of what we have, and it works. And for you to claim, yes, I get, like, it's for you claiming your right over something that has been stolen from you, but it's just like, but I don't feel like I belong there. Like, we are now something different. So it's like things like that. It's like, what country? I need a country. Somebody give me a country.
Middle East, how they all take claim to the Holy Land. They've been fighting over for centuries.
Right. And it doesn't matter. But that's the other thing about that. Like, you guys have been literally, first of all, both of your religions teach peace. They don't teach you in any way or fashion that you should fight physically over anything. Let's start there. And then you choose to physically fight over this land that you claim belongs to your religion. Nothing belongs to anything.
It's man's interpretation. That's why.
It is. Nothing belongs to anything. Yes, it can be started there on both fronts because technically both of you believe in the same God. How you interpret that God and what has happened is different, but you all both definitely believe in the same God.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely crazy. That's why. All right, Kill. Give us what you think.
No,
Hot topic from Kill.
Hot topic from Kill. And he is now distracted because she's not loving on him. She's loving on me. So now he is jealous.
Is that her kissing you?
Yep.
Tell her kiss quieter.
Oh, Chris, you have to kiss quieter.
She like her kisses down low.
That's right. So that's my thing with, like, I don't even want to get started on religion because all the written words of religion are, yes, they have some truth to them, but they were written by man, for man to control man. So it's not.
Thank you. We're on the same page.
It's not like, yes, I feel like you should take everything with a grain of salt. Like, yes, you should treat people decently and you should love everybody and you shouldn't judge anyone because that's not your place. But when you get down to some of those details, no, shut the fuck up. Who are you to tell me?
The one thing I throw at everybody, the Bible has been rewritten.
So
in actual Latin, bitches.
And it was also taken from another language and translated over. So then there's all mistranslations happen. Okay, if we don't want to talk about the Bible, let's talk about manga. People who, and it's funny because you know we all listen to other anime commentators, and the thing is they'll be like, oh yeah, I read the unofficial last week, and you know I said this, but like in the official translation it says this. Happens all the time, literally with everything. So there's no way you can say, you know, this is it and this is the end all be all. It's not. It can't be, because we are men and we can make mistakes.
Yep.
So I just can't blindly follow something. And my Lord has taught me, and if you want to go back to the Bible, my Lord has taught me to never blindly follow man.
Never.
There was this, he does, but there was this, it was like this thing on Twitter. Someone was like, punctuation is important. And then they like wrote out a sentence that was like, I helped my uncle jack my dog off, but like without the proper
Joe Button?
LOL. But without the proper punctuation and capitalization, it looked like they said, you know, they're trying to jerk off a dog.
Right.
Stuff gets misinterpreted all the time, and it's a fucking old ass book. That's all I gotta say to people.
And I don't believe that you can't learn anything from it, because there is so much to be learned from it. But also, if you want to, and I feel like a way to better understand your religion is to explore other religions.
Thank you.
Because they are so closely intertwined. Especially, like, I could never understand a Catholic who did not study Judaism. Like, that makes no fucking sense.
Catholicism comes from Judaism. It literally comes from it. The person who started your religion was a Jew.
Our Lord and Savior is a Jew. So you don't understand what his teachings were, his teachings, and the lifestyle that he lived. How could you claim to live a lifestyle that follows his? Like, it's just small things like that. The Quran and the Torah is the Torah, right? If you're Jew, it's the Torah.
It's the Torah.
The Quran and Torah are so closely alike. It's fucking ridiculous. But you were
And then let's talk about, no one wants to talk about this, the Satanic Bible.
Not reading that.
They had,
Not reading that.
You say not reading? Well, you want to, people always say that because it deals with Satan and his evil. They preach empowerment for women when the Bible doesn't. They preach liking each other and treating.
Well, I don't believe the Bible doesn't. I believe that interpretations of the Bible doesn't, because there are plenty of fables and stories in the Bible where the woman has taken the lead, and it is only I want to say I don't want to say hardships, but trials they have faced is because of men. And I don't mean man as in the person. No, I mean the people with the penis. And it is because they feel so entitled. And I feel like the Bible is trying to teach us something here. Or not even the Bible, history, mythology, everything is trying to teach us something here, that everybody is equal and that men's egos are the reason why most of the problems are the problem. It's because y'all can't get y'all, no offense, not talking about my men on my podcast, talking to men. Y'all can't get y'all dicks out the fucking way. So, I mean, granted, shout out to Satanism. I can't get the word out. Say it for me. Satanism.
Yes.
Or preaching.
But they also preach acceptance of gays and stuff like that as well.
And that's probably why people say it's evil, because they're preaching acceptance of something that people have demonized, even though you shouldn't talk about anything. But
we also talk about, me and Greg have talked about this before, Wiccans on here, how they just celebrate the earth and stuff like that, but then they're also viewed as witches in other religions, and they're evil in other religions. So
they're actually taught to spread love and joy.
Yeah.
So it's so crazy that, I don't know, it's just so crazy how people just take what other people say. But that is also another fault of man, because this was explored in the show Vikings. But a lot of people know, and it's taught in architecture a lot, the reason why stained glass windows are a big thing in churches is because that is how they taught the Bible. Because commoners, like regular people, could not read the Bible, and it was written in Latin and never translated into whatever language you were in. And so you had to take the word of your priest, your minister, your bishop, your whatever, who could read and tell you what it said. And that is why we have stained glass windows. Even though stained glass windows,
it's so new for the Bible to be in English that our grandmother went to school and was taught the Bible in Latin.
Yep.
That's not that long ago. Our grandmother, our great niece, she was in school learning. They did all of church in Latin.
Yeah. And that's the thing. So it's like, and then even though they taught it in Latin, I don't want to say, like, how do I explain it? They taught it in Latin, but like you didn't speak Latin on the regular. So again, you're also still taking the word of someone else, if that makes sense, unless you were actually taught Latin, which some schools did teach, like in their religion class, like you learned Latin in school so you could read Bibles, blah blah blah. But like you had to be taught it, and if you weren't taught it, it was just, this is what we say and this is why we say it, and you're gonna just you take the word of your elder. So that also leaves room for human interpretation, human translation. And then for the back, I'm about to bring our whole topic full circle, because I does this. I'm woke today, y'all. Because of what people believe, having so much on their moral values, it then translates right over into the government, and it translates to laws, and it translates into how things are run and what happens in the world. Because I read a post literally maybe it was last night, that the teacher put up, one of my colleagues complained about how we're not allowed to give homework during Rosh Hashanah. What are those, the Jewish holidays? Don't know how to pronounce them because I don't speak that language, but they aren't allowed to give homework on those holidays. And then another one complained about how Muslim students get to leave class to pray. And they said, first of all, Christian holidays in America, you literally have every Christian holiday off, and only in specific dates do you have, specific states do you have Jewish holidays off, and that's like your New York, Jersey areas.
You mean what was it, Ramadan? That's what
Ramadan. Yes, please. Thank you.
I had to think about it too.
And then you don't have any Muslim holidays off or any accommodation for that. So if a student, and they said, and most students who do practice this, they just quietly slip out the back of the class, they do their prayer, and they quietly slip back in. It's like if somebody went to the bathroom, you hardly notice. So for you to complain, it shows the privilege of Christianity in the school system, which it also has privilege in the governments. Let's be real. Gay marriage is still not legalized everywhere in the United States. What kind of is that? Oh, it is. It is now. But
Obama did that.
Yes, Obama did that. So how recent is that?
Don't pay fucking attention, dog.
But it was an old comedian that I forgot who was it, but he made a joke about how Christianity won. He was like, Christianity won. He said because just look at our calendar. It was like whatever year it was, which is 2001 now, right? 2021 now. Mm-hmm. And he said that is counted back from when? That's counted back from when Jesus died.
Yeah.
He said our whole lineage of telling time is off of when Jesus died.
It's off of what is it? Pope Gregory II, I think it was, who made the Gregorian calendar that we follow today.
You remember that because of Greg?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I also have a ton of useless information in my head.
That's true. Like I knew about somebody was telling somebody, I watched a show this morning, they were telling somebody about bed bugs this morning and how bed bugs have sex. And I was like, I knew that.
How do they have sex?
The male big bug has a razor sharp penis and he stabs the female bed bug in the stomach. Yes, she has genitalia that she gives birth out of, but no, he doesn't give a fuck about her genitalia. He just
shanks that motherfucker.
Yeah, he shanks her and pumps her full of his feed. Stabs her and then comes in her.
That's so violent.
Yes.
You know, at that point in time, I just pray that it doesn't last long.
Please finish. I'm pretty sure that's how rape feels, Greg.
What? Wait.
I'm pretty sure that's how rape feels.
Wow, we have gone from government to rape. Great podcast, guys. Great job.
I mean, man.
I just saw the Veiled Virgin. It's a sculpture made by an Italian sculptor, Giovanni Strazza. You know how skilled you have to be to make stone look like it's clothing? And I'm not talking about. I'm talking about a veil. Like that's thin.
Oh, I saw that. Oh, but let me see it because I love sexy shit. Where's my internet?
I'm just gonna forward it to you guys because.
Oh, that's so nice. Thanks. I have a new segment though. So are we kind of done with our topic on governments and religion and anime?
Question for you: what's the weather in Florida today?
The weather is 59.
Oh, you suck. You suck so much. I just knew it was better than here.
Cool. It's been cool the past couple days, but earlier this week.
Yeah, that's really good. That's amazing.
Is he a now sculptor or is this an old sculptor?
It's old. This is from like the 1800s.
That's sexy. I would lick it. But, talent.
All right. What's your next segment? What's the questions?
Okay, so next segment is Girls Ask Guys.
Girls Ask Guys.
Yeah.
Questions for us?
Yeah, I'm a girl and I'm going to ask guys.
Oh, okay.
What's your question?
I'm not going to comment. Okay, so allegedly, if you had to pick, would you pick weed or pussy?
Weed.
Pussy.
See, I knew this would be fun. Okay, so now y'all have to tell me why, of course.
I don't really get high, and pussy's great.
Pussy is great. Like, I gotta give it up forever, or it's just like.
No. Okay, so you're like right now, like you have to choose. You don't have to give it up forever. It's like a right now thing. It's like either you get weed and you can smoke your weed and you get to be high, or you get pussy but you don't get no weed.
Pussy comes and goes. No, so does weed. Both of them do. I don't care. Weed. I'll stick with weed. So that leads me to something I just heard about this week. So I watch Cinema Sins, and it's like review movies and they tell stupid shit in movies. So they were going over Limitless, and like the guy was like, He was like, you get super smart, so you become a asshole with money, and you start fucking every chick in sight. That's what happened on Limitless. He was like fucking all these chicks and stuff like that. But then after that, he elevated. He was like, but why didn't you just get rid of the need? You're like super smart. Can you figure out a way to get rid of your need for sex, and then you can conquer the world? That's what I figured.
Sex. Who doesn't?
But if you did,
the big mouth where he didn't have to have sex. Remember, they had the little cum thing.
Oh yeah.
And they just and they.
That's what I was like. So if men did not have the need for sex, they could get so much more accomplished as well.
There's a movie about that, right?
You know how many like wars and like things that would have like never happened if men didn't want to fuck?
No,
a lot.
Zeus,
I don't know.
Zeus would not. Half of Greek mythology wouldn't exist because Zeus wouldn't want to fuck.
Because you stayed home and just watched the Pantheon?
Zeus is a rapist. We need to Me Too Zeus.
We do need to Me Too Zeus.
Yeah, he needs it. That's gross. All right, you got another question?
What else you think? Nope, that's my only question for this
That's
week.
your only
I'll
question?
come up with more questions.
Is it?
I mean, give me the blunt and then what that mouth do?
Be dry as shit. Better get the mouth before the blunt.
No, the blunt's for me.
Yeah, he's not passing it.
Alright, man.
I agree. I think you can take us out. Ooh,
Awesome! Because, I gotta go to your mom's house.
Yeah, I know. What are y'all having for dinner? He
I
goes
don't know. My mommy makes me din on Sundays. I want to wash my car finally.
That big bastard. Come on, cook me shit.
She makes you cookies?
When was the last time she did that?
The holidays.
I need to text her back, actually. She texted me about getting some cookies. I was like, shit. I forgot to left my mom's on red.
All right, y'all. This has been episode 30-something of the Be More Nerdy podcast. I'm your host, Galaxy Greg, and you can make sure to follow me on my socials at Galaxy Greg, spelled GA1AXYGR3G. I am on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch. I've been Twitch streaming a lot lately. I think I'm going to try and squeeze one in tonight. I'm going to make a post about it on all my socials and stuff. But make sure to follow me there. I'm trying to get to affiliate status, which means I need 10 more followers and an average view count that's way higher than what I have. But we'll get there. Making a lot of friends through it too. Other streamers, so hopefully they'll show support like I show support for them. As always, make sure to follow the pod at Be More Nerdy on Instagram and Twitter. That's where we post our updates. We're going to be a lot more active this year in the things we do there. So keep following us and make sure to rate us 5 stars so that we can move up in the algorithm, get more listeners, become more popular, get you more good shit. Also, we got good shit on the way, so be prepared for that.
Yeah, I'm Diva XOXO. Yeah, 2 XOs. Wow, forgot my name. Let's try this again. Diva XOXO, and you can follow me on Instagram at always_the_diva. We will be posting a lot more. I'll start posting questions probably like the day before the pod. Today I posted it like right before, but that's because I was busy yesterday. But I'll usually post the day before so you can get your questions in and we can answer your guys' questions, and I'll get more questions for Girls Ask Guys. Then as always, I'm going to give a shout out to Niles. Thanks for doing all our music per usual. And make sure you follow him on all DSPs at Nilitron. And that's it for me.
All right, I am DJ T Jones, and I got nothing going on. Just watch more anime, everybody.
Yeah.
Just watch more anime. Give your significant other some head.
Mm-hmm.
So with that, we are the
significant other head.
With that, we have the Be More Nerdy podcast, and remember to be more nerds. Peace.
We out here, little dummies.